Hey guys,
Hey everybody, we just got done with Prophecy Mondays, okay? It's 11:06 p.m. in Florida time. If you haven't tuned in to Prophecy Mondays, we come on every week at 8:30 p.m. Right now, we are doing overtime, okay? And we spoke a lot about all kinds of things that are going on in the world. The world is in one big hot mess right now. And we have never seen anything as bad as this year till we got to 2026. The way things are going at the kind of speed and the rate that this is going right now. Okay? I'll tell you right now, guys, I am just so blown away how things are moving. Well, we got Steven with us, and we got Bubba News joining us. We're going to lay out some foundational truths about Bible prophecy, the prophecy puzzle coming together with Hosea 2 and Ezekiel 39, Zechariah 12, and the second coming. We're going to point out key scriptures in it and how it fits into the timeline as we go forward into the future and our current situation right now with the Iran war. Okay? So I'm going to bring them in right now. And we'd like to give a warm welcome for these fellas. How you doing, guys?
Howdy.
Now, I understand I'm not really hosting this tonight. I'm letting Steven stream on my channel. I just wanted to do the honors and do the opening, guys. I'm going to sit back and let whoever wants to host go right ahead. I am watching this thing right now at midnight with the Trump that he's about to make his move at Iran. Let's keep our eye on that. I'm going to keep one eye on that. If that breaks live on the news, we will plug it on this channel, on this show live. I was going to do it separately on my channel, but why not do it while I'm live on my channel now? It's okay. I hope that's cool with you guys. Because that's prophecy happening right now. That can trigger the rapture. Imagine us disappearing in the rapture while we're on air. Just imagine your clothes, my clothes dropping to the floor, folks. What an amazing time. I've always wanted to have that happen too. So yeah, take it away, guys. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
All right, Bubba. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. What scripture are we going to first?
Well, first of all, there's some cool questions already popping in, and like Angie Jones, she was down there with us with Derek, and she's in chat. So, I mean, there's some things that I believe that we've connected that I didn't even have a chance to tell her because the Holy Spirit's shown me since I've even come home from the conference.
I know. You texted me and you said that you were up till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, this is why I haven't done any news on Telegram, and I need to get to it. But right now, finding these things that are just connecting, like, and they're right in front of us, is blowing my mind. I'm like, holy crud!
All right.
Even the other night, Stephen and I were talking together down in Tennessee, and we were even talking about Isaiah 17. And I was showing him how it breaks it down, and it literally gives us a synopsis in the first 3 verses. And the battle for the Damascus prophecy ends at the last verse, verse 14, but the battle begins with verse 4, 5, and 6, where Israel, the northern 2/3, are going to start getting their butts handed to them, and that is beginning. So this is what I'm saying. Like what we're seeing now, there's, you know what I mean? Because Iran has said the United States has said they've already canceled all the missiles. There's nothing more to launch. We've destroyed everything. Well, then why are all these ballistic missiles still coming in? And Hezbollah is still holding back. So is Iran. So this day is coming because Israel's very soon going to run out of their missiles. But anyway, so where do we? Yeah, I mean, we can just roll there. If you want to start there, something easy that people are understanding and that people are familiar with Isaiah 17.
All right. Well, let's go. Isaiah 17:1.
Let's get there. I'm pulling it up now. See, I'm so excited. I didn't even know where to start in the Bible. Yeah, right here. I mean, the oracle concerning Damascus. Verses 1 through 3 are telling us the whole synopsis of the rest of the chapter, because it tells us Damascus is about to be removed from being a city. This has never happened before, because Damascus has been the longest continuous city that has been around since Abraham's time. David knew about Damascus. This is the oldest continuous city. This prophecy has not been fulfilled because it will be removed from being a city. Because if this prophecy has already happened, then why do we still have the capital of Damascus?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's right here, guys. It's like, I don't know what, I mean, and this is just basic study. This isn't even digging in deeper. It will become a ruinous heap, or a fallen ruin. That has not happened, where there's no more people left. And it goes down. The fortified city will disappear from Ephraim, and sovereignty will be removed from Damascus. And the remnant of Aram, Aram, that's the Druze people right now that the Israelis are trying to protect, right past the Golan Heights, right there north of Jordan. They will be like the glory of the sons of Israel. It tells us right there, the first time in verse 3, who wins this war? The IDF.
Amen. Amen.
And it begins right there in verse 4.
And that day shall come to pass that the glory of Jacob shall be made thin, and the fatness of his flesh shall wax lean, because that's what's going to happen whenever, I love it. And we just saw like some of those big missiles on Rick's channel just a little bit ago, and and that the northern part starts being destroyed. And I mean, they're already running. I think they're running lean on the.
And Jenny Joe just pointed out a very important part. She says, verse 4, notice, in that day. She just pointed out something very important. Couple things. Number one, when we read as believers, when we think in that day, it's talking about the day of the Lord. That's not true every time. How do I know that? In that day was first used in Deuteronomy 7, verse 35. Yes. That's the first mention of the wording. And it's talking about Abraham, Moses, and Aaron, talking about the sacrifice. So in that day, that was then. That's not talking about, you know what I mean? That's not talking about the day of the Lord. That's what I mean. That's the beginning of in that day phrase. But anyway, that going forward, in that day is actually beginning this whole section of scripture. It's telling us what happens beginning with in that day. These things are going to begin to happen, and we have started seeing that ever since February 28th, when Israel started attacking Iran, and they have been firing back. So in that day, February 28th, is when that began. In that day, February 28th, 75 days forward, is Israel's birthday, May 14th.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you there, but this is now breaking. Iran unleashes devastating bombs on world's largest industrial city of Saudi Arabia. So they're dropping bombs already over there. They said what they said they would do. So I'm getting videos coming in from that right now. And that's from the Times of India. So I don't know. Trump hasn't made his move yet to bomb Iran. I'm looking for those feeds right now. So while you guys are talking, I'm looking for a live feed of something. So go ahead, guys. Okay. I just wanted to break in and say that right now.
Okay. All right. Well, Baba, we need to get that. Remember those? Where were we at when we were, at the lodge, and you had all those highlighted and the connections that were made.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really cool. Okay, where do we want to go next? Boy. I mean, yeah, because it all starts. I mean, because in that day, the glory of Jacob will fade. This is when they're going to start losing their ability to protect themselves. And when we get down to verse 6, where it says, gleanings will be left in Israel like the shaking of an olive tree. And if we overplant An olive tree, literally, if you lay an olive tree north to south over Israel, from the top to the bottom, to where it comes down and touches Egypt, when we read these verses, the northern 2/3, 2 or 3 olives in the topmost bough. So that's like the northern 2/3 or the northern third of Israel. 4 or 5 on the branches of this fruitful tree. That's the central part of Israel. That's from Tel Aviv over to Jerusalem. So that area northward is going to start taking a huge hit. And it's very specific because when it says 2 or 3 olives in the northern 1/3, 4 or 5 in the central, that's a very small number. Why do I say that? Because if there's only 2 or 3 left, an adult olive tree in Israel produces 500,000 at harvest. Not 2, not 3, 500,000.
Wow.
500,000. That's what I mean. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. That's why it says in verse 7, in that day, man will have regard for his maker. Why? Because Israel's having the snot knocked out of him. I mean, and his eyes will look to the Holy One of Israel. And then this connects too with how we see them crying out to the Lord, help us, like in Zechariah 12 too, when God empowers them. Oh, hey, oh, what's your name, progressive girl? I forget your name.
Progressive girl.
Flo, there on the left-hand side.
Insurance woman, progressive insurance.
Oh my goodness. You had me confused on that.
She wanted to say, hi, guys, I'm here for your study.
That's it. That's it. She wants to sell people insurance in the northern part of Israel.
We don't need her insurance. We got Jesus as our insurance. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Oops, not Isaiah. We went Jeremiah. The next verse just connects to Jeremiah 49. Yeah. Let's go back there. Oopsie. Jeremiah 49:23 ties right in with oh yeah. Well, of course it ties in with Psalm 7. Or no, we'll get there. All right. Let's keep going. 17. What verse are we on?
Jeremiah. What'd you say? Jeremiah 49?
Oh, well, I wanted to stick with your. Oh, real quick. Oh no, I just wanted to finish real quick. 17, if you don't mind, and I'll make it fast. Let's do it fast. Verse 9. In that day.
Okay.
Verse 9, in that day, their strong cities will be forsaken places like in the forest. And we read about this. It also tells us right there who wins again. Verse 9, before the sons of Israel. And it tells us why this war is even happening. Verse 10, because you have forgotten the God of your salvation and have not remembered the rock of your refuge. Why is this important? Because these people, the Assyrian people, they have lineage of the Assyrians, which will be part of the millennial reign. Some of these people that go into the millennium, Isaiah 11, verse 11. Anyway, and they are worshiping a strange God, verse 10, because they're shouting out Aloha snack bar, Allahu Akbar, the whole thing. Once we get down to, we continue verse 12. Once we get down to verse 13, again, the nations rumble. But now, once we get to verse 13, where it says, and be chased like chaff in the mountains before the wind, or like whirling gust before a gale. Now we're tying in Isaiah 17:13 with Psalm 83, verse 13. Exact same wording. That's why I believe all of these wars are part of each other.
Wow.
And we hear what happens in the final verse, verse 14. When Israel's having their what's handed to them, they're finally going to have to respond, I believe. This is why it says, at evening time, behold, there is terror. This is bad. But by morning, Damascus is no more. They are no more. Destroyed.
Right, because
we're going to wake up. These cities are going to be flattened. And when we read the second camera angle in Jeremiah 49, verses 23 to 27, in verses 23, it also talks about Damascus, but it also talks about the two other largest cities in Syria, Hamath and Arpad, which is Hama area, and Aleppo. All of those areas are going to be destroyed. But something is coming, the final section. Such will be the portion of those who plunder us and the lot of those who pillage us. Now, when is this going to happen? Zechariah 12, verse 2. Because there's an unsuccessful ground invasion of Judah and Jerusalem.
And Hey, guys, you don't mind if I cut in for a second?
No,
I miscalculated something here. Really, actually, this is what I read just now from the NDTV World. That Tehran is the capital of the Iran area, with U.S. President Donald Trump's deadline reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran has reportedly called on young Iranians to form a symbolic human chains around the key Iran facility. So they see them people standing, they won't bomb it. Okay, they're youths out there. So their thing ends. Their deadline is on 2 p.m. Tuesday. Tuesday, and then I'm seeing it here that it ends at 3:30 a.m. Wednesday night. So it's a little different here because they're a bunch of hours ahead of us. So it'll actually be p.m. in their time. So I thought it was tonight at midnight. So I apologize for giving out the wrong information on that. Okay. So we're looking at it another whole day almost from now, 24 or more hours. So I thought it was tonight. So anyway, but if anything starts happening before that, I'm just gonna pop in on here with the news. Okay, while you guys, I don't know how long you guys are gonna be live tonight, but if not, and I'm still up and something crazy, I'll either go live or I'll just make a quick video. So.
Okay.
Anyways,
whatever you want to
guys,
do, because like I said, the StreamYard. I mean, you can pop in here, or you can operate autonomously.
No. What I'll do is you're streaming on my channel right now, so that's fine. I'll just pop if something happens between now and the next couple hours, which I doubt anything's gonna happen. But if it does, it's major enough to go live. I'll just pop in here with my news, and that you guys, I'll just cut in on the show and let you show it on the screen. If nothing happens, then you won't see me for the rest of the night, okay? Or I could just do a separate video, quick upload, instead of interrupting your show for that, which, I mean, that's big news. I would think you wouldn't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you did that, I mean, and also you can run 2 different streams on your channel from the same, same deal.
So, I just thought it was going on tonight at midnight, but I don't mean to hop out. But I want to do some other things here pertaining to my channel and things I wanted to do. And then I will probably do a video tomorrow getting people ready for this deadline that's coming up. That's tomorrow night, folks. Late, it's the deadline ends. And, we're waiting, folks. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and go, guys. I just thought I'd, show my respect and come on for a little bit.
Thank you.
I'm burned out. I just been on for 2.5 hours. So I'm like, I don't know how you guys do it. You're like an engine. You don't quit, man.
We're only halfway through. Let's go.
I saw that. I knew that was coming, man. You saved that video for me, man. You just keep going like an engine. Hey, see this guy below me? He's dedicated, man. He'll go on for 6 hours after 2 hours. So daily streamer here. Bubba, nice seeing you, man.
Good to see you.
Hey, if it happens before, tomorrow, we'll see you in the clouds, man.
Yep.
We'll sit here. We'll be talking about everything still when we get up there. I'm sure. We'll go by Chris's Cinnamon Shops.
Yeah.
Chris's Cinnamon Shop. We'll get some cinnamons. We'll say hello to Chris. Chris will be like, "I told you guys." It's part of the first thing that's gonna come out of his mouth. We already knew, Chris. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey guys, love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Okay. All right. Have a good show, guys.
Thank you. Gara.
Take care.
Okay, Bubba, right here on verse 14, it says, and behold at evening tide trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's like Psalm 83 stuff, because right there, because it's Psalm 83 happens in the evening. Because remember whenever October 7th happened, that happened in the morning, so
well, I could see the ground invasion beginning at night again. Yeah, under darkness of cover. Yeah. Yeah, and I have a feeling this is going to be way more than just a one-day affair. Because you're going to have all these armies that are marching into Israel to successfully surround the areas of southern West Bank, which is Judah, just outside of Judea there, just south of Jerusalem. So, I mean, but you're going to have them coming up too from the south. You're going to have them coming from the north. You're going to have them coming from Jordan. Oh, wow, dude. Even looking up how the armies are going to march in. Oh, no, no. How these guys with Ezekiel, how they're going to march in when they do their battle too. And they're going to come down the King's Highway and come around by the Dead Sea to come right in towards Jerusalem, but that's where they're going to fall. That's where God's going to kill them, just east of the Dead Sea. Haman Gog, the burial. Oh, it's so cool, dude. It's so cool, bro.
Remember
I've got
that?
maps and
Hey,
everything. I was up last night looking up all this stuff. I wish I could show you guys on screen. I'll have to show you. It's so stinking cool.
Do you have a screenshot of that? Remember all the colored that we were looking at the Rock and Rescue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. What verse do you want? You tell me a verse and I'll send you my.
You had a screen up on there with all the different colors and everything. Send me that screenshot, and we're going to start there. And then I want to move into, everything going up to 3 a.m. Yeah,
that's the last couple verses of Isaiah 17.
Hold on, just a second.
Well, no, I'm just saying those are the last couple. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say.
There we go. All right, go over that.
Well, up here, let's see if I can do this. Up here, this part right here in Isaiah 17:13, and be chased like chaff in the mountains before the wind. There's some really cool connections. Right there, it ties into Isaiah 83:17, and I have it in my notes it's on this phone here. Let me see here if I can click on it. Oh, I do. Oh, easy. Here, yeah. Ashamed. The word ashamed. I'm talking about yeah. Okay, Psalm 83:17 tie-in with Isaiah 17:13. Jeremiah 49:23. That's what I have there, but we haven't even gotten to the Psalm 83 stuff yet. But the stuff that has been popping off too is just the whole thing in Zechariah, how it ties in with Amos. Oh, and it's so cool. Not Amos, but Hosea. Well, also Amos. After 2 days we shall be revived, and on the third day, that verse.
Yeah.
That's all a connecting verse too. It's so cool. Oh man. Because we all of our lives have been trying to understand and place this, like, where does this go? How does this happen? And even like when we go, or if we want to go through Ezekiel 39, how they burn the weapons for 7 years, number one. They go through all the land, and it says, we should maybe go into there.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ready? You guys ready?
Let's go. Do you want to pull it up on your phone, or you want me to put it on the screen?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we'll go there. You where are we at here? Ezekiel. Come on, Bubbalicious, let's do this. There we go. Ezekiel. Oh yes, here, let's do that. Yeah, Ezekiel 39.
There it is.
Pull it up on your thing. Yeah, if you want or whatever.
Well, it's all right. We're gonna go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel, which one?
39.
Ezekiel 39. There we go. Okay.
All right, where are we here? Sorry, my phone's acting the fool. Here we go. No, it does. It makes me think like, oh, that is so wild, dude. When you look at Ezekiel 38:1 and Ezekiel 39:1, they're very similar. Just right there. Look, Okay, here, look at there. But you keep
okay. All right, Bubba. Hold on a second, man. I hate to be the bearer of news, but I want you to get stuff pulled up on your screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On your phone, because I've got to pull out of this thing and restart this computer. Okay. But the live will continue. I'm going to full screen you and you keep going. Okay. While I restart my machine, and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
I will. We'll be right here. I won't tell anybody. I promise.
Okay. Go.
Hold on. I'm just scanning. Yes, bro. 39 and Jeremiah 2, bro. Yeah. Okay. TY skis. Yeah. Let's do that. You know what, Jenny Joe? And that's another killer thing, because KJV is that's the only one that has that, which I think is very interesting. And I don't like how they keep it out of the other translations. I don't like that, because I think there's something very important to that. In other words, 5/6 of their armies are going to fall. Leave literally 1/6 of them left, and they'll be fleeing back. I mean, and literally where they're going to die is literally close to the old city, Scythopolis, where the Scythians are from. Where the Scythians are from. When we look at the army of the north, Gog, Magog, that whole scenario, when we actually dig into it, we see the Scythians being the furthest parts in the north. But that's another fun study, especially like the Kremlin. I would love to go to the Kremlin. I mean, I don't know if I'd go now, but I'd love to go, because I love how Dr. John Barnett says, the coolest thing about the Kremlin is when you walk in, it's like they're like a state museum. And the first display you see is they all talk about the Scythians, how they're so proud of their background, their history there in Russia, and how they used to sit and bareback right on their horses, bareback without saddle, turn around at a full gallop, shoot their enemy behind them, done. I mean, that's just some really cool stuff. Okay, all right, let's get to. Oh, I just stopped my Bible app, but let's. What, guys? My mind. That's my problem. My mind just is so going. I don't even know where to begin. Here, let's just start with this whole thing. Bring you from the north. Here, let's just do it. Let's just start with verse 1. And you, son of man, Ezekiel, prophesy against Gog, who's the king of Gog. The locusts have no king. Proverbs 30, verse 27. But in the Septuagint, we see that the king comes from the pit, and the king is King Gog. And he's the king of the locusts that we read in the Septuagint. And Amos 7, verse 1. Check out Amos 7, verse 1 in the Septuagint. It's really neat. Anyway, let's keep going. As we all know, I will turn you around, drive you on, take you up from the remotest parts of the north, which is Russia, and bring you against the mountains of Israel. Why is God going to have to hook him and pull him down like a fish? Why? You guys, a lot of you know, some of you don't. The majority of Jews today have come from Russia and Europe after World War II. This is why you don't see, like, and I know the conspiracies. Look at all the Jews in office. They all have Russian names, blah, blah, blah. They're not the real Jews of God, you know. Well, where do you think the Jews came from? Because after 586 and then after 70 AD, when the temple destroyed, they were kicked out to go to every single nation on the earth. And this is why God created Israel in one day, brought them back after World War II. They are here. Anyway, so he's going to bring him down from the. Check it out. Verse 2 tells you where the battle takes place, guys, right there. Bring you against the mountains of Israel. It tells you where the battle's going to take place. Outside of Israel, right there on the Jordan border, which is right where they're going to bury the graveyard of Haman Gog, because it all makes sense. Anyway, God's going to strike your bow from your left hand and dash your arrows from your right hand. So their missile launchers, their missiles, God's going to break them. He's going to strike them and dash them down. You will fall on the mountains of Israel. All these people are going to die. They're going to fight in this Gog Magog war. You and all your troops and all the peoples who are with you And we see all the players there in Ezekiel 38, the previous chapter, verses 1 through 6. And I will give you as food to every kind of predatory beast and beast of the field. That is coming. This is why it's a desolation. This is why they're burying them for 7 months. This is why after they're burning the weapons, after this battle's over, God takes care of them, and we read about the judgments at the end of 38. So we see the 39 is now the cleanup process, where they're going to burn the weapons. They're going to go in this whole area, all throughout those mountains there, literally just north of Petra. But all those anyway, here he comes. Sorry, am I going too deep, guys? Let me know.
You're not going deep enough. All right.
Oh.
Wow.
Well.
Oh, boy. Man, I got to get keep up my $1 million studio look here, man. Okay.
I love it.
So what did I miss?
So now let's just keep going. Let's keep going. I was talking about where they're going to be buried.
Keep going.
Yeah, let's get down to verse 11 because it tells us exactly where they were buried. On that day.
Let's go with your phone. Put it on your phone. Come on. I want to read it.
Oh, well, I don't know how easy this is to read.
Yes, we can read it. Let's go.
On that day, I will give Gog a burial ground there in Israel, the valley of those who pass by east of the sea. What are the sea? What is the sea? It's the Dead Sea. I'll keep going, Kitty. And it will block off those who would pass by. So they're not going to allow people to come through this area.
Wow.
So they will bury Gog there, the leader of the Magog war, with all his people, all his horde. And they will call it the Valley of Haman Gog. And I have pictures. For 7 months, the house of Israel will be burying them in order to what? To cleanse the land. How many people are going to do this? Even all the people of the land will bury them. And it will be to their renown right there. What they're going to do is they're going to set up a permanent marker for those going into the millennium to see what happened when they come against Almighty God. That we'll get to there too.
Okay, yeah. But hold on right there. So if Putin is Gog, because we've been
told it could be somebody else, because I have a feeling it's going to be a demonic something or other. But that being said, because as you and I talked about, there's a reason why this hook in the jaw is going to be there. Because after what's coming with, I believe, the radiation from Bushehr, how the Persian Gulf and the entire Gulf of Hormuz is going to be shut down for at least 6 months, because no one's going to want to travel in or out because of the radiation. The radiation is going to come into Saudi Arabia. It's quickly going to turn Saudi Arabia, which is already turning on Israel, to quickly back them and to want to go against Israel and take them out. And because their people are now dying, because Israel started this war, and because Israel started this war against Iran, Iran is now bombing Saudi Arabia. Mohammed bin Salman and all his structure of his money making oil. He's getting ticked. He's almost had it. This is going to push him over the edge. He's going to want to join with Hezbollah. He's going to want to join with Hamas. He's going to want to join with these Iranian proxies to attack Israel. But here's the problem. Once Saudi Arabia turns, as Saudi Arabia goes now, so does Jordan, so does Egypt. We now have the Psalm 83 war. It's all setting up. It's all setting up.
And, and it doesn't make any sense that Putin or whatever, the Russians, would join with the Arabs.
Well, but that's the here's how I remembered it too. ICOR, inner circle. Once God takes care of all those nations that hate Israel and have hated Israel for years and years and years, those on their Sabib, their borders, their neighbors. Once God removes all of those neighbors that have attacked Israel before,
Right.
There are now no more of those evil neighbors that God calls them to bug Israel anymore. So now all these other outer ring players who have never attacked Israel ever before in history, unlike every Psalm 83 player who has before. None of these other players, from Turkey to Russia to Garma to Kush to Put to Libya, they've never attacked the Israelites before. They will now. Once this inner circle's taken out of the way, this outer ring can march in no problem. I mean, but yeah, this is why the hook in the jaw is going to happen, because after the Psalm 83 war, Israel's going to take over all of the natural gas,
because they're going to take over
all
what I
of
was
the
fixing to
booty,
say.
all of the
That's that patch
oil.
on their arm that they're
Yes.
wearing, and then that's where they
Yes.
have all the booty.
Yes.
Then
Yes, and the Red Sea is so important. And once the Houthis shut it down with the Bab of El Mandeb right there by Djibouti, not my booty, Djibouti. And once the whole thing takes place with the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz, Russia and Turkey are now no longer getting their oil that they need for their countries. Guess who has all kinds of new oil now, because they've taken all of Egypt's stuff. They're now going to take over all the rights off of Gaza that is so rich, and Israel knows it, and they are salivating, and they're going to take over all of the oil rigs sitting off of Lebanon. So Israel's going to have all of this oil and natural gas, and Russia and Turkey and these countries like Algeria and Sudan, who's in civil war right now, Morocco, these other countries. Morocco's in the Abraham Accords, not for long, with the Ezekiel 38 war. All these people are talking about how beautiful the Abraham Accords is. It's not common, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. We don't understand. There's some mega things that are just going to flip so much of what we think is the way it's going to go into out the window scenarios.
okay, well, all right, then that begs the question. That begs the question, Bubba. Well, I mean, then what is going to be strengthened? Is it the Abraham Accords? Or the new one, not the Abraham Accords. What's the name of that new one?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Trump's, his Board of Peace thing, because it's a nationally organized by the United Nations, since it's under the UN Resolution 2803, I believe. That in what it states, and it's basically, when you read the paperwork, it's all for the Gaza war. But when you actually read it, you realize that this Board of Peace is not for Gaza Israel peace. This Board of Peace is set up for a global peace.
Okay, United Nations. What was that?
It's a UN resolution, United Nations Security Resolution 2803.
Okay.
And that, once you read it, and Trump was all behind it, this was his push for this to get through for the United Nations, and the United Nations approved it, no problem. So when the United Nations approves something, no problem, there is a major problem.
Well, we're fixing to look at it. I want to see what.
Oh, it'll take you a long time, because you got to dig through it and just piece it with the other things that have come up with the New York Declaration last year, with the whole thing with the two-state solution and the whole.
Well, it looks like it's only 4 pages.
Oh, well, that's the generic version. You got the Cliff Notes, yeah.
The ISF. Hold on, right here. Security perimeter presence that will remain until Gaza is properly secured from any resurgent terror threat. Wow. Right here. In monitoring the implementation of the ceasefire in Gaza, and enter into such arrangement as may be the strategic guidance of the BOP, and will be funded through voluntary contributions from donors of BOP funding vehicles and governments. So you're saying this is just the Cliff Notes of it.
Yeah, and the rebuilding process is literally to introduce the digital identification that is the payment system And they wanted in the rebuilding thing to be Gaza to be the first that takes over the entire area. And once they can get an entire area such as Gaza under control, they will then take it to the nations, and each one will just start falling like dominoes. Boom, 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 boom.
From the river to the sea. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
Man. Yeah, that's just the cliff notes of it right
That's
there.
just the cliff notes. That's just the cliff notes. You know,
Wow.
and even like once we, and here's another thing, once we get down to Ezekiel 39 verses 17 through 24.
39. Ezekiel 39. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Okay, there we go. Add the stage. Ezekiel 39, what?
17 through 24.
And thou, son of man, thus saith the Lord God, speaking to every feathered fowl and to every beast of the field, assemble yourselves and come gather yourselves on every side to my sacrifice that I do sacrifice for you, even a great sacrifice upon the mountains of Israel, that ye may eat flesh and drink blood.
That's correct. That's correct. Check this section out. We all wonder where this one goes.
Okay. Ye shall eat the flesh of the mighty and drink the blood of princes, of the princes of the earth, of rams, of lambs, of goats, of bullocks, all of them fatlings.
Yes.
Of Bashan.
Yes. But the key things are this in verse 17: assemble and come, gather from every side. We're now not talking just locally about the mountains of Israel. We're talking about north, east, west, south. In Ezekiel 39, this is so beautiful, and we always miss it. I've missed it for years. In my opinion, Ezekiel 39 should literally stop at verse 16, because verses 17 through 24, they describe when we come back at the second coming and what happens at Armageddon. Because as we get into verses 25 through 29, it tells us what's happening as the Jews are getting ready to go into the millennial period after Jesus has returned at the second coming, which takes us right into the very next verses in chapters 40 through 48, which is all about the millennial reign of Christ. It's like a perfect...
Wow.
Because 17 through 24 connects exactly with Revelation 19, 17 through 18. You keep that up there. I'll go to Revelation 17 or 19, 17 to 18.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. See how okay, go down to 17 through 24.
Okay.
But once you get down to like 17 with the birds and mid heaven, the great supper of God, all the birds, verse 18, so that the birds may eat the flesh of kings, the flesh of commanders, the flesh of mighty men, the flesh of horses, and those who sit on the horses, and the flesh of men, both free men and slaves, small and great. Why is that wording there? Because it's talking about those in the tribulation in the last half. Because this whole section just ties right in. Check it out. Verse 19. And I saw the beast, the Antichrist, and the kings of the earth. Remember when God gives them all 10 power for 1 hour to fight against God at Armageddon when they come against Israel? For the successful siege of Judah and Jerusalem, which we read about in Zechariah 14:2 onward. But anyway, that's another cool section which ties in. And I saw the Antichrist and the kings of the earth and their armies assembled to make war against him. Against who? Against Jesus. Oh, that's verse 19 of Revelation 19:19. Who sat on the horse and against the great army. But that's what I'm saying. All this ties in right there with what you have right there. But check it out. It also ties into Jeremiah 12, 9 through 10. And I'll flip that up here real quick. Check this out.
All right,
Jeremiah 12, 9 through 10. Is my inheritance, he's talking about my people, my land, it's capitalized, my inheritance, like a speckled bird of prey to me? Are the birds of prey against her? Against who? My inheritance, my people, Israel. Are the birds of prey against Israel on every side? No. Who are they against? Those who come against Israel on every side. Go, gather all the beasts of the field, bring them together to devour. Many shepherds have ruined my vineyard. They have trampled down my field. They're coming in against Israel and Jerusalem and Judah. They have made my pleasant field a desolate wilderness. It has been made a desolation, desolate. It mourns before me. The whole land has been made desolate. When is that going to happen? After the midpoint of the tribulation. The entirety of Jerusalem is going to just fall and go downhill fast. This is why Jesus tells them to flee to the mountains. This is why they're burning weapons for 7 years. Something changes. That's what I'm saying. Everything changes. Yeah. But anyway, as we keep going, it talks about all this stuff. In verses 12, Jeremiah 12, there is no peace for anyone. Why does it? Oh, anyway. All right, sorry.
Well,
back to you.
I'm trying to keep up with you here, man. I mean, I want to show everybody this.
I know,
but I mean,
I just get too excited.
Because if you can flip to it on your phone quicker,
I know that's what I'm saying. That's how I should probably do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like boom, 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 boom.
Right. Yeah. So. Okay. Well, then
but even Jeremiah. Okay, well, check this out. Even like the last 5 verses of Ezekiel 39 of the Gog-Magog war talks about how God is preparing the Jews after he's taken care of them in Armageddon in the previous 8 verses of 17 through 24. What's getting ready to happen? Israel is restored going into the millennium in Ezekiel 39. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, now. This is after he's taken care of them at Armageddon. Now I will restore the fortunes of Jacob and have mercy on the whole house of Israel. Because the whole house of Israel God has taken already by this time. God is done with the sheep and the goats judgment, the wheat and the tares. All the people that are going into the millennial kingdom are those who he wants there and those who have accepted him, the remnant. The whole house of Israel. And I will be jealous for my holy name. They will forget their disgrace. Who? The Jews. When? Of their previous 7 years of tribulation. And all their treachery which they prepared in their stupidity against me, Yahweh, God, Jehovah. When they live securely on their own land with no one to make them afraid. That's exactly when they live peacefully for 3.5 years. The Antichrist is like, I've got you guys. And they're like, yay. When I bring them back from the peoples and gather them from the lands of their enemies, that still has not been completed yet. There are still Jews all over the world that want to come to Israel that have not come yet. They will during the millennium. This is why they're building all these additional outlets at Tel Aviv airport. That's why they're putting that high-speed tram to take you right to the Western Wall. The goal is to take you straight up to the Temple Mount, to the new temple. They have this all ready to go. They're ready. When I bring them back from the peoples and gather them from the lands of their enemies, then I shall be sanctified through them, through the Jews, during the tribulation in the sight of the many nations. When you research that, it's goy. The Jews are going to be sanctified while they're doing their fake stuff of 3.5 years worshiping the temple, even though it's against Yahweh God Jehovah, because they think they're doing it right for the Lord. God is still going to spank them into submission, but they're going to do it in the sight of the many nations. The Gentiles are going to see it. Then they will know that I am the Lord their God, because I made them go into exile. How do we know they go into exile? Zechariah 14 verse 2, which we will read that. When half of the city will be taken hostage. October 7th took 300 Jews hostage across the border to Gaza. In this, what's coming? 500,000 Jews are going to be taken as hostages, slaves. This is why it tells us in Revelation 18 that one of the 28 human cargoes being traded of the system of Babylon is human lives. Right there. It's right here. And then gathered them again to their own land. This is after God brings them back, after they have been scattered as slaves all over the world. Because we read in Revelation 14 about the angel harvest that's taking place when Jesus returns. Because God's not going to send out El Al Airlines to pick up every Jew that's going into the millennium all over the planet. God is using angels. They're going to be transported to Jerusalem, to the Valley of Decision, to watch what's getting ready to take place. It's so cool. But here's the key verse. Verse 29. Verse 29, right before we go in. Ezekiel 39:29, right before we go into the millennial reign of the very next verse of Ezekiel 40. I will not hide my face from them any longer, for I will have poured out my spirit on the house of Israel. The only time God pours out his spirit on the house of Israel is when they cry out to him. Jesus told them, you will not see me again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Matthew 23, the final 3 verses, right before the Olivet Discourse. It's exciting.
Oh, man.
That's just the beginning. We haven't gotten to Zechariah 12, 13, or 14.
I know, that's what that was wrapped. I was thinking Zechariah right before you said that. Let's go to Zechariah. What'd you say? Zechariah 14?
You know what? I'm gonna segue with one. What did we were just talking about? How Israel's gonna come back to their land because you will not see me again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Matthew 23, 37 to 39. Well, check out, and I'm going to read it. Here's another connecting verse, Hosea 2, verse 23. The entire chapter of Hosea 2 is talking about this entire process. But verse 23, the very last verse of Hosea 2, wraps it all up. I will, this is God talking, sow for her, Israel, for myself. So God is going to sow Israel in the land for himself. That's what Hosea 2:23 says. I will sow her for myself in the land.
Put that up there. Put that up there. I will sow her for myself in the land. I will also have compassion on her, who had not obtained compassion. And I will say to those who are not my people, you are my people. And they will say, you are my God. Wow. Wow.
I will say to those who were not my people, you are now my people. And they will now say, you are my God. This is literally Bible prophecy being fulfilled. Jesus said, you will not see me again. And one of the things for Jesus to return at the second coming is for them to be in such dire straits. Save me, Lord, help us. No, we can't do this. That's when Jesus shows up right at the second coming, as all the armies are descending upon Israel for Armageddon, and they know it, and Israel can't do anything about it. Israel's like, Lord, save us at the very end of 7 years. That's when he breaks through the clouds, and we follow right behind him on white horses, Revelation 19:14. So cool.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so cool.
This is one of those things that I might have to go back and make cliff notes myself so I can go through and just fully just absorb this.
It's so cool, dude.
Wow.
I love it because the entire chapter I put in my notes of Hosea 2 verses 1 through 23 is dealing with the Jews in the 7-year tribulation who live in Israel. But dude, there's some things in Zechariah that will blow your mind. Angie Jones.
I know. Angie.
There are some things in Zechariah that are going to blow your mind. You ready?
I'm ready.
We'll do a grand finale. We won't keep it forever if you don't want to, because it's midnight here Eastern time. So we'll keep it. We'll keep it kind of as a tease, because there's more. There's more. This is only $19.99 per hour. So keep going. We're billing everyone who's in chat. You'll Guys, check this out. Let's get to the last chapter of Zechariah 14. I'm going to skip 12 and 13, which is so cool because it explains so much more.
Come on, no. Okay, we're going to go. Okay. All right.
But here's what I wanted to point out for let's just do chapter. Okay. Seriously, guys, if you guys want to see something really cool, check out Zechariah 14. I know, Bobby Joy, you guys, it's gonna be fun. Seriously, little mama, this is so cool. Check this out. All right.
Okay. We're here. Let's go.
Let's do it. Behold, a day is coming for the Lord. Okay, first of all, who is that? Who does that say? Of course, it says of the Lord.
It's saying, behold, the day of the Lord cometh.
Okay. That's KJV, right on. But here's the point. When the spoil is, what I'm saying is, behold, a day is coming for the Lord. When the spoil is taken from you, the spoil will be taken from you. The spoil taken from you will be divided among you. So there's a ground invasion coming when we read about that. But we read about that. We read about that earlier in Zechariah 12 too. But my point is, let's keep going. This is now Armageddon, right? This is now, as we go into 14, this is now all Armageddon going forward. Second return of Christ going into the millennial period. For I will gather all the nations of the earth. Goy, again, is the wording, against Jerusalem to battle. And the city, what city? Jerusalem will be captured. Jerusalem will be captured. Let that sink in for a second.
Yeah. That sounds
the houses will be plundered of all of their wealth, anything of value. The women, the wording says ravished. We all know what the wording means.
Yeah.
It's forced upon relations.
Yep.
And half of the city will be exiled. Half of the city becomes a hostage. There's currently 1 million Jews in Jerusalem. Half of the city is 500,000 will be taken as captives, hostages, slaves. Something is coming. Slavery is coming back, just like the Old Testament times. Because we've been living in the age of grace, we got rid of that for now overall. But you know what I mean? It's returning back to that old slave work times. Anyway, but the rest of the people will not be cut off from the city. Then the Lord will go forth, we're talking Armageddon, and fight against those nations. What nations? All the nations that come against Jerusalem. Fight against those nations as when he fights. When God fights on the day of battle. It's capitalized. He fights. But this is in that day when his feet, Jesus' feet, will stand on the Mount of Olives, which is in front of Jerusalem on the east. Have you guys ever wondered how God measures northeast, west, south? This is one verse right there. There's others in Isaiah. There's others earlier in Ezekiel. But it always talks about the east is the temple. The east is in front of me. West is behind me. To the south is my right. On the left is my north. That's God's directions. No, a lot of people don't know that. Okay, anyway. Okay, so his feet hit the Mount of Olives, blah, blah, blah. The Mount of Olives will be split in its middle from east to west by a very large mega valley. So that half of the mountain will move towards the north and the other half towards the south. Why is it separating? It's going to allow those in Petra to walk right into Jerusalem. You will flee by the valley. Who will flee by the valley? Those who are currently in Petra, who are hiding. Because God's going to be like, hey, I'm just going to split the mountain open. You're going to have like like Moses split the water so you guys could, I split the water for Moses so they could go through to dry land. Well, I'm going to split this mountain so you guys can come right to me. Okay. It's like
Wow.
it's a Red Sea moment, dude. When Jesus' feet hit the Mount of Olives, it's a Red Sea moment. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah.
But this is what it talks about. Then, verse 5 at the end, then the Lord my God will come, and all the holy ones with him. This is when we return with Jesus on white horses. Because before this thing happens, Jesus has a couple of errands before we actually come and touch down on earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because just because Jesus goes before us, and yes, we're following behind him, he could be there in like half a second. Well, you know what I mean? What if we're
but because he's omnipresent. And
yes, and he's taking care of business beforehand. He's rescuing. He's rescuing all those.
He's shredding the wine press. He's shredding the wine press, and then he's dripping with blood.
But this is what verse 6 talks about, the second coming when Jesus comes back. It talks about the second coming in Zechariah 14, verse 6. In that day, there will be no lights. The luminaries will dwindle or go out, for it will be a unique day. What day? In that day. What day is he talking about? The second coming, when Jesus returns to hitting the Mount of Olives. For it will be a unique day when Jesus' feet hit the Mount of Olives, which is known to the Lord, neither day nor night, but it will come about that at evening time there will be light. So it almost sounds like that twilight moment, where like as it's getting ready to get darker, Jesus comes back with the second coming, just whoa, no, we're not going night-night. The entire world is going to wake up. Oh boy. The king is coming. The entire world is going to stand awake and at attention now.
Well, now you got me wondering. Okay, so during the millennial reign, is there going to be daytime and nighttime, or is it always just going to be light?
No, because you're going to have humans on Earth,
right?
Is God's going to redo it for them? I mean, it's going to be like a Garden of Eden type scenario, or they're literally be living in perfect conditions, but they'll still have sinful natures.
Okay, right. Yeah, because that. Yeah, okay, yeah.
But no, here's my point. Here's my point. As we continue in Zechariah 14, verse 9, now we're talking about what's getting ready to happen, because now God's getting ready to reign over everything, and the millennial is getting ready to take place. And the Lord will be king over all the earth. All the earth. In that day, the Lord will be the only one, and his name, the only one. Verse 10 gets exciting, because this is when the city of David sits on a slope, which comes down from the Temple Mount area. This entire tongue of the city of David that's sloping down, God is going to raise the land to make it huge and flat, because, and I'll have to research it more, but I believe that's what it is. Some people believe it's another part of Jerusalem there on the north, but my point is God is going to raise the land. He has already split a mountain in half, so I don't think raising the land is going to be much of an issue, but he's going to raise a certain portion of land to make it large enough for the fourth temple that is coming. It is God's visitor center in the next few verses, or the next few chapters in Ezekiel 40 through 48, where every single person on the planet will be required to visit the Feast of Booths every single year. And if you don't come to the festival or the Feast of Booths every single year, God will not allow it to rain on your plot of land for 1 year until you can come back next year. So this is why Jesus rules with a rod of iron. Like, you guys are going to have perfection, but you just have some rules. Anyway, check this out. Verse 10. All the land, all will be changed into a plain from Geba to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem, but Jerusalem will rise first and remain on its site. God is going to transform the earth there in Jerusalem for God's new visitor center that's coming in Ezekiel 40:48. And there's indications that the fourth temple is going to be in God's visitor center and this court and stuff. But the indications are that it's 7 miles long and 7 miles wide, almost 50 square miles. It's basically going to be like the world's, like we have the State Museum. This is going to be like the world's museum. Like you have to come to God's Visitor Center. Like we used to take road trips, or field trips when we were kids. Let's go. Anyway, but check it out. It's talking about Jerusalem. People will live in it, verse 11, and there will no longer be a curse. No longer be a curse. For Jerusalem will dwell in security. Now, this will be the plague. Now, as we get to Zechariah 14, verse 12, now we're tapping back into the Ezekiel 39, 17 through 24 that we just read, and the Revelation 19, 17 through 18, when we just read about the beast of the field, the great supper, where all of them die because of Armageddon, with Jesus when he slays them with the brightness of his coming. Now this will be the plague which the Lord will strike all, and it tells us who God's going to strike and why we know it's this time frame right before we go into the millennial period, because it says all the peoples who have gone to war against Jerusalem. The only time when all the entire planet is going to go to war against Jerusalem is at the end of the 7 years, because they're going to do Armageddon, because the entire world is going to say, screw it. They can't get rid of the Jews. The entire world is going to take them out.
So what you're saying basically here is where their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Yes. This is it right here.
Coming. Yes. That's not necessarily a nuclear war or anything.
That's correct, right? This is when Jesus, that's why it tells us, like, he slays them. He doesn't even give them a chance. He doesn't even give them, you know what I mean? He's like, no, you guys, you're done. This is why it says, when they go to war against Jerusalem, all the peoples, their flesh will rot while they stand on their feet, and their eyes will rot in their sockets, and their tongue will rot in their mouth. Who's he talking about? All those peoples that are coming for the battle of Armageddon. It will come about in that day that a great panic from the Lord will fall on them. You think?
What version are you reading from?
I'm using the New International Standard. I've used King James all my life. I have New King James. It's just because it's his Bible app.
I'm just trying to keep up with you. That's all.
I know. It's just his Bible app, and it's helping my mind. Like, click it, and I click on each wording, and I go to the direct Hebrew or the direct Greek, and each verse gives you connecting verses like a rabbit trail. That's why I quit looking at conspiracy theories, man. You check out the Bible, you can start connecting these things too. It's so cool. But yeah, this great panic is going to fall on them, and they're going to seize each other's one's hand, and the hand of one will be lifted against the hand of each other. Judah also will fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the surrounding nations will be gathered, gold and silver, and garments in great abundance. So also like this plague, what plague is he talking about when their eyes rot out of their sockets, when their tongue evaporates? We just read about it. So also like this plague will be the plague on the horse, because it just told us who's going to die. The horses, the people, the men, the great, you know what I mean? Okay, so great will be this plague on the horse, the mule, the camel, the donkey, and all the cattle that will be in those camps of those people. Then it will come about that any who are left of any of the Gentile Goy nations, that's the Hebrew wording, that went up against Jerusalem. Well, if they've accepted the Lord, and they won't, because they won't accept the Lord. But it says that they will go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, because this talks about any who are left of those nations who went up to war against Armageddon. My point being right there, any who are left of all the nations that went to war against Jerusalem at the Battle of Armageddon. You're not going to have 85-year-old grandmas from Dubuque, Iowa, who are going to go march on Jerusalem at the Battle of Armageddon. Some of these people are going to accept the Lord Jesus Christ. That's why it says, any who are left of those nations, the Gentile nations. In other words, the Gentile nations are going up against Jerusalem in Armageddon, but the people groups that are not partaking in this, they will go into, this is why it says, they will go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to celebrate the Feast of Booths. And it says, and it will be that whichever of the families that do not go up to Jerusalem once a year to celebrate the Feast of Booths, to worship the King, Zechariah 14, verse 17, there will be no rain on them. We're talking about the millennial reign now, the people that are living there. In the family of Egypt, if a family of Egypt doesn't go up there either to enter, then there will be no rain to fall on them either. For it will be the plague which the Lord smites the nations who do not go up to celebrate the Feast of Booths. This will be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all the nations who do not go up to celebrate the Feast of Booths. And this is why it says, in that day there will be inscribed on the bells of the horses, holy to the Lord. Now we're talking about God's visitor center in his fourth temple in Ezekiel 40 to 48. And the cooking pots in the Lord's house, the fourth temple, will be like bowls before the altar. And every cooking pot in Judah and Jerusalem will be holy to the Lord of hosts. And all who sacrifice will come and take of them and boil in them. In other words, those who are participating in the sacrifices that are coming, but check it out. This is a promise for the Jews. There will no longer be a Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. And that's the final verse of Zechariah 14:21.
Wow, I'm going to have to let this sink in a little bit. Wow.
It's a deep one.
Wow.
Sorry, guys, I went too deep. I need to make it a cliff-friendly, user-friendly version. But I was just trying to explain to you the excitement of what I found so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just a portion because I'm trying to keep some other stuff quiet.
Yeah, every pot in Jerusalem.
But it all like connects. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And all the sacrifices come and take them and see therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord.
Oh, dude. Check this out. Remember how I told you how that they go and become slaves and human lives and tradeability?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It tells us all about it in Zechariah 13, the chapter right before the final one.
All right, you got me going, man. Hold on.
No, we don't want to keep you 100 years, but just 200.
No, that's fine. No. I'm good with this.
200 or 300.
Hey, I got a few hours sleep.
I know, man. I need more too.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, I'm saying I got a few hours sleep. So.
Oh, you did. Oh.
Yeah, man. It just takes me, a couple, a little bit of, power naps, and I'm ready to get up and go again. But
here's just a quick nugget in Zechariah 13 where it talks about those who were being traded as slaves of the Israelites when Jerusalem was captured and 500,000 were taken as hostage. Okay, it will come about in that day that the prophets, the previous prophets, because it talks about in Joel 2 and 3, how that in that day, the young men will dream dreams and old men visions, you know what I mean? And the young people, prophets, Okay, so it will come about in that day. In what day? When they're getting ready to go into the millennial period, because they're not going to need any prophets. Like, you know what I mean? Like the two witnesses, And it'll come about in that day that the prophets will each be ashamed of his vision when he prophesies. And they will not put on a hairy robe in order to deceive people. But he will say, I am not a prophet. Because if someone says, hey, aren't you a prophet? And he's going to say, oh, no, I'm not a prophet. I'm just a tiller of the ground. Well, why would he say that? Because guess what's getting ready to happen? The swords are going to be turned into plowshares because we're getting ready to go into the millennium. But anyway, I am a tiller of the ground. For a man sold me as a slave in my youth. He's a millennium. He's going into the millennium. This person who's talking. He's talking about when he was taken as a young man, in the 500,000 Jews were taken hostage. But I will say, I am not a prophet. I am a tiller of the ground. For a man sold me as a slave in my youth. And one will say to him, what are these wounds between your arms? Then he will say, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. And I believe what's going to happen is it's going to be probably like a thing like, because if half of Jerusalem is taken hostage, there's indication then that possibly 500,000 are going to come to the Lord Jesus Christ then, under the two witnesses, under the 144,000. Because if they're going to take him hostage, and it sounds like, for a man sold me as a slave in my youth, and he says, well, what about these wounds in your arms? Where did they come from? And this guy says, well, because I was wounded or I was ratted out when we were invaded, and said, he believes in this Yahweh. I don't. I'm going to take the mark. So this is why he was wounded in the house of those who he thought was his friends. But this guy apparently had to go to prison because I was sold me as a slave to my youth. I mean, this is wild. A Waco sword against Mike.
Yeah, I know, but this says this man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. They're saying taught me.
Okay.
But no. I mean, I mean, how does that be a slave for a man? For man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. And I'm no prophet. I'm a husbandman.
Right. Yeah, and the word sold means to get or to acquire. So if I'm taking a hostage, I'm getting or I'm acquiring as an exile. I mean, I see what you're saying, but because it sounds like that there's other people in the house is what I'm saying. Right. Because, and then someone will say to him, but what about those wounds on your arm? And this is why. And this is why it's almost like the following verse says, awake, 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 O sword. In other words, like awake now, military term, against my shepherd, against the Antichrist. Because, yeah, it's capitalized, even shepherd. But it's like the Lord is going to use whoever he wants for his purpose. And against the man, my associate. So again, God's like using this, I believe, declares the Lord of hosts. Strike the shepherd. Strike the leader. Strike the Antichrist. Why? Because that the sheep may be scattered. And what's going to happen when Jesus says, when you see the abomination of desolation, flee to the mountains? Matthew 24:15-21. And when half of Jerusalem is taken hostage and half of the city is taken exiled or captive, their sheep are going to be scattered once again all over the world after they've already been brought into the land. I mean, it's crazy because it says it will come about in all the land that two parts in it will be cut off and perish, and the third will be left in it. Now, here's a conjecture. What if the 2/3 there, that is, we always think it's going to be one, because, we always hear about those who go to Petra, and then there's like, well, then there's like another third, and then maybe another third. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm throwing this out there.
Right.
Because what if the two parts in Israel that are cut off and perish are Israel's northern 2/3? And the reason I say this, from basically Jerusalem to Tel Aviv, north to, Haifa in the Galilee and stuff, is because what is the other areas that the unsuccessful siege happens in Zechariah 14 or Zechariah 12:2, and then the successful siege happens in Zechariah 14:2.
Because
both times both times they're talking about Judah and Jerusalem, and that's in that like.
Right.
Yeah,
because it was,
and that literally is like almost a third.
Wasn't
like the
that
rest of the
Jeroboam?
2/3
Wasn't that the northern Jeroboam took them? And said, you don't have to go down to Jerusalem anymore to worship.
Yeah.
You can just worship up here.
Because check it out, and it just finishes up. I will bring the third part that survives this through the fire. I'm going to refine them as silver is refined. I'm going to test them as gold is tested. This 1/3 that the Lord is refining, they will call on my name, and I, the Lord, will answer them. I will say they are my people, and they will say the Lord is my God. Again, this is what I'm saying. This is all like part of this whole package. It's so cool. It's so beautiful.
Wow.
That's all.
Okay. Wow.
That's all. That's all. That's all, little mama. That's just a hint. That's just a test. But that was way overkill. Yeah. This should have been this could, you know what, I could get this down into like an under 30-minute thing, but this is just Bubba's excitement, and yeah, because it's a lot easier with visuals, and then when you can see a map and see verses, and then you start connecting, and even when I put up one verse and another one, they're gonna read like they're gonna read Zechariah, and they're gonna read like Revelation, or they're gonna, and they're gonna be like, oh, so they're still talking about the same. Yeah, they're still talking about the same thing. It's like God's a God of order or something. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying, man. Seriously, it's so cool. Well, I mean, if it's a third from Jerusalem, then we have a problem, because then that's only talking about 167,000 people that's going to enter the millennium, and that's possible too. But then, what are you going to do with the other set of people that are in Petra that have made it out and have not been captured? I mean, no, those are valid points. Those are very good questions. I'm with you. No, trust me, I'm with you. I'm trying to. Hey, walking with Heather. Great to see you, Minnie Thomas, and all these people. Hi. I told you, man. Jobo's going to be like, man, I already got my popcorn.
No. To see what the popcorn meter's doing. I mean, because there's going to be remnants from every nation that are going to survive.
Yeah, and that's why there's even an angel harvest. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. That's why it's even mentioned, like, this is how the people are going to be brought to the valley of decision. Those who live on the rest of the planet, and those who are going to be brought to Jerusalem to enter the millennial kingdom, because both sets of people are going to be scattered all over the world. I mean, it's so cool, and I've done that video before. I should do that again too, like the angel harvest, where it talks about, two should be grinding at the mill, one should be taken, and the other left. Two should be sleeping, one should be taken, and the other left. I've always thought, oh, it's a rapture verse right there. Well, actually, when you tie it together with all the other verses, you'll start seeing like, they do connect. No, it's really cool.
Man, I might put this on slow-mo. It's just like
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna get insane, guys.
I know,
it's gonna get nuts. Yeah. It's gonna get absolute nuts.
No,
I know. I could have done a 2-parter. Sorry, Deidre. I was trying to think of how to phrase this the fastest I could, but my mind, there's so much in there. It's like, man, I just want to take out my sponge and wring it out and let somebody else pick up the information so I can input more.
You mean my cloud?
I've only got a terabyte limit. And I don't think I can upload I know I can upload my brain to the cloud, but I need to do a clean out through my terabyte in my brain, because I've got about 94% full, so I need to get rid of the clutter in my brain. Wouldn't that be cool if we could just hit it like a delete thing, like things that we don't need to remember anymore? Like, get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, but it's so cool because it tells us there too that the Jews won't remember how they use their old thing. But it's so cool because even in the Ezekiel 39, where they're going to have this section, and it's literally going to become. Have you ever read those verses where it talks about a salt nettle or like a place of jackals? I know you guys have read those kind of verses and stuff. This is all talking about what happens in that where the burning of weapons for 7 years and the why the people die, because there's going to be something happening, and it indicates scripturally like there's going to be some like high-end people that are going to, and it almost sounds like there's going to be something that could be not very pretty, because it sounds like, and this is also why I believe it says that these three shall be kept out of his hand: Ammon, Moab, and Jordan. You know what I mean? Ammon, Moab, and Edom. And I believe the reason being is because the Jews will be in Petra, and what's going to happen in the northern 2/3 of Petra, well, the northern 2/3 of Israel or Jordan, is that there's going to be so much destruction, because when we read Jeremiah 49 verses 1 and 2, Amman, Jordan, the capital of Jordan, becomes a mound of dirt. Just like Damascus is going to become a heap of ruins, the capital of Jordan is going to become a mound of dirt, like they never existed.
I know. I'm pulling something else up here real quick so I can.
Night, guys. Thank you. Wow. You know what? That's another very. You know what? I've heard that too. How do you say ty skiz?
Yeah.
Tisk.
Where you at, Skiz? Skiz, where you at? Are you scared? Are you scared?
Yeah, no, I know, right? Yeah, because even Chuck Missler talks about that. You know, those who love me, and well, that's not the same wording, but yeah, these wounds between your arms. Yeah, no, I know. I've always heard that. Yeah, I've heard Missler talk about that too, because that's just a weird wording, and it almost sounds like it is like a crucifixion kind of a thing, or yeah. No, it's good. I know. No, that's it. Yeah. I know, little mama. I know. Bubba. Oh, I wore little mama out. Oh well, that's all right. Oh well.
Wow. My goodness. Okay. All right, man. That like burnt my brain there, man. Wow.
Things that make you go,
huh? Yeah. There we go. All
right. Was it too deep?
Oh, it was great, dude. It was great. Yeah. So
yeah, I need to post.
When did you post that right there? The pilot got rescued.
Yeah, that was that was really wild. I mean, because they used they brought in I mean, we lost 2 of our C-130Js. We had damage to a Black Hawk. You know, they shot down the A-10 the other night when it was doing the kills to help prevent, and keep the land going. And the reason that they got the F-15 too, as well, is because they have these man pads. I mean, this is why they don't have air superiority, or they have air. Wait a minute, they have air superiority
just over Tehran, right?
Yeah. But not. Maybe they have air supremacy, but not or something. Yeah, one of the two. Yeah, I need to do. Howdy. Oh man, now I'm yawning. Ay.
So tell me, whenever we were at the Passover. I mean, you were just consistently still posting, right, the whole time.
I know.
I just gotta. I mean, how do you do everything, like with the word, and then with it just blows my mind.
Well, seriously, it's like a puzzle. It's like once you figure it out, it like all starts connecting. It's like, no, and it's not even like I'm trying to find things. Because you know what I mean? Because so many people, they have an idea in their mind, and they try to find a verse to match their thought, whether or not it's accurate or not. Well, I found this verse that kind of matches what I'm thinking. So, yeah, this is what I believe. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to say. Amen, artist Wendy. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, the 1335 days, Sean Cook. That was so cool too. Daniel 12:12. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's roll there. That one's fun. That one's fun.
Daniel 12:12.
Yeah, how blessed. Yeah, that's so beautiful. I love Daniel 12. First of all, he tells us to, God tells him to seal up this book until the end. And again in verse 9, after verse 4, seal this thing. And basically, everything sealed is now being revealed. Conceal these words and seal up the book until when? The end of time. Or when? The end of time.
Blessed he that waiteth and cometh to the.
Oh yeah, then we get down there. Yeah. Let's see here. Where two others are stealing one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's so wild, dude. It's almost like the two witnesses. Anyway, he said, "Then go, Daniel. Yeah, go your way, Daniel. For these words are concealed and sealed up until the end of time." I love that. That's such a cool verse, Daniel 10:12.
Well, that was thing that I was thinking about when we were at the Passover.
Yeah.
Is that with Daniel, when Daniel was asking,
But check this out.
If God would have revealed any part of of that, he would have been like Abraham, and then like the number, okay, well, what year? Okay,
Yeah.
What month? Okay, the what day? What hour? Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Oh,
what's that other verse we just read?
Oh, Jesus is the way. Bubba, do you have ADHD?
Man, I have ABC 1, 2, 3. I drink way too much coffee. Oh, I really do. Yeah, I've always had just extra energy.
Oh
and
my
just,
gosh.
When I was 5 years old, I started taking piano lessons with the pastor's wife, and the second week my legs were just going back and forth underneath that
Here we
stool.
go. We got a question right here, Bubba.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Daniel missed the first one because see, you know what? That's that's a weird one because I'm not 100% confident he was detained unless he was. I'm not sure because I find it interesting that he's missing and he's like the bride, or he's like us, but the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they had to be tried like the Jews. They had to go through the fire, be purified. I don't know. That's a great question. Great question. That's a great question, Dieter. Yeah, and I'm not as versed on the second Passover. Let me see here. Yeah, she's got me thinking.
I know that's in.
I know you can't take us nowhere.
Is that in Exodus 12?
Oh
no. Exodus 12 is where he moved the head of the year.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it all changed. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, isn't that wild? You don't see any of Dan. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and study. Anyway. All right. So what do we got here? A honey bun. Yeah, I'm good with that too. Yeah, I'm with you, Akira.
And
Absolutely. Yeah. They had the exile. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get.
What was it?
Hold on. Keep going, Bubba.
No, I'm trying to think. What was it? 596. Wait a minute. 586. 590. 580. 586. 594. 603. Yeah, because it was like Daniel. Yeah, Daniel's taken, Jeremiah was taken, and who else was taken? Not Ezekiel, was it? No, I can't remember. Dude, I know artists when he studying energizes me. My brain. Crunchy D, it's fun, mate. I mean, it's just, yeah. I know there's something, Heather. I know I'm with you. Oh man, there's something about the number 2. Yeah. There's something to that. Yeah, because that was crazy town. The Jews were captured. Yeah. Oh, that's another weird thing, like the 70 years thing. How? Yeah. Question: the whole thing with eating a little book and it being bitter and sweet. I heard that's the New Testament. That's a great question. Jesus is the way. Jeremiah or Revelation 15. That's such a cool chapter too, because literally he tells John, like, dude, this is going to be so cool for you, but at the same time, man, it's going to make you sick when you see everything that's coming. I know. Joel 2, 14-17. I love it. Let's see what he's got. 14-17. Who knows whether... Oh, yeah, I forgot about the new moons and the festivals there. That's another really cool thing in Hosea. Oh, my word. It ties in everything right there to Zechariah 14. And yeah, it's so cool. Who knows whether he will not turn and relent and leave a blessing behind him, even if a grain offering and drink offering. Blessing. Yes, gather children. Yeah, yes. I love that. Yes, Joel 2. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, the end of verse 17 of Joel 2. Where is their God? Wow. Let the bridegroom come out of his room and the bride out of her bridal chamber. Oh, dude. No way. So this
You've
literally
already
is
moved
talking about
like
the
3
second
subjects
coming.
ahead of me, man.
Wow. That's killer, dude. That's totally talking the second coming. Wow. Return to me with all your heart. Wow. Joel 2. The Lord utters his voice before his army. Surely his camp is very great. What, are you eating matzah? Dude, did we forget the chocolate matzah? Hey, Angie, we need more matzah.
Yeah. Bring it, Angie.
Yeah, what's number
Okay.
2? I can't remember.
All right, Bubba.
Yeah.
See, you already moved up, 4 stages ahead of me, and I'm still going. I'm back. So it says, where. How do we get Daniel missed Passover in Daniel 10, 2-6? In those days, Daniel was mourning 3
I'm
full
not sure.
weeks.
That's a great question. Let's see here. Did
I
Daniel
mean, it
miss
doesn't say
Passover?
anything about Passover there.
Yeah, Daniel had his fast. Yes, Daniel missed a Passover when he was in a morning fast during the time of Passover. Yeah. I never knew that.
Okay, where are you reading that at?
Well, let's find out. Chapter 1 refers to a 10-day test where Daniel and others with him were permitted to eat vegetables and water to avoid the Babylonian king's food and wine. After remaining healthy after the end of the 10-day period, they continued their veggie diet for 3 years of their education. The passage in chapter 10 refers to a 3-week fast of no, that's not right. Why are they trying to compare Revelation or Daniel 10 with Revelation 1?
Yeah.
Well, that's Wikipedia for you. Never mind. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
You talking about
Okay.
Wikipedia?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to remember because if there's something there, Daniel 10. Yeah, then in those days, Daniel, had been mourning for 3 weeks. Understanding of the vision. 3 weeks, I did not eat. I did not eat. On the 21st day of the first month, while I was on the bank of the river. So now we're talking. Oh, hold on here. So now he's in a fast. If he's on the first day of the 21st month, or the 21st day of the first month, he's still technically, you're right. He would miss it. He would miss it. Yes. Good job. Who said that? Deidre. I think so. Yes. Deidre nailed it. She gets a gold question. That's wild, dude. We need to go on together. Oh, yeah. You guys just. Oh, yeah. Angie Jones, the whole thing. The timing in the chapter is Nissan at the time of the delay over. Chapter Nissan 24. Oh, wow. Dude, how crazy would that be? So day 24 is literally. Well, how long is it past? Well, hold on. Now you got me stinking thinking. Man, now you got me thinking, guys. TSS. You know, they might be right. I think they're onto something here. Hold on. So there's Nissan 1. So the 21st day.
I'm so trying to keep up. You just keep going. Keep going. I'm
It's literally the Feast of Unleavened Bread, then. Wow. Huh. And that's when the Feast of Unleavened Bread ends, the Passover. Well, I guess here's my question. If you're doing a 21-day fast, would you be unclean? No.
Just because he's doing a 21-day fast, how does that make him miss Passover? I mean, is it because of the day of the month? I mean, what?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing could be the 4th day. Oh, and in the 4th and 20th day of the first month. So the 24th day of the month. And when you look at the 24th day of the month. Oh, no way. Hold on. 1, 2. No way. Wow. Hold the fort here, kids. Who brought that up? Deidre? And maybe you guys already know this. Well, okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna star them, man.
So the John and Ronnie thing, here's the thing I want to point out. If they can try to somehow finagle Daniel's 21-week fast into the beginning of a Nissan or Abib 1, the 24th day, 1, 2, 3. Oh my word. The 24th day. Let me read it because this is nuts. Okay. On the 24th day. Oh, no way. Hold on. This is nuts. Wow. 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 This is nutty, Professor. Dude. Okay, Deidre, are you here? I wish you were on the phone, Deidre. Johnny and Ronnie or whatever, they might have found something. They might have found something.
Brett from God's Land Down Under said, "Hey there, guys."
What up, dog? Hold on. I've got something really cool for you kids. There may be something to the departure for the 24th day of Nissan Abib. Wow. Wow. Check this out. You want to hear something nutty, Professor?
Come on.
Day 24. Day 24. Day 24. Day 24 is the first fruits of the barley harvest. The 24th. Now, what happened on the 24th? Daniel tells you exactly what happened on the 24th. On the 24th day, I lifted my eyes, I looked up, and behold, there was a certain man dressed in linen, a white robe, and his waist was girded with a belt of pure gold. His body was like beryl. It talks about Jesus. We're seeing on the 24th day, looking into heaven, seeing Jesus coming for us. Wow. Wow. Oh, no way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Check it out, guys. Check it out. 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 Wait, is Deidre still here? Wait. Okay. At the second coming, every eye will see Jesus. At the rapture, only us who are believers are going to see each other go up. How do I know this? Because at the ascension, Jesus says at the last version, at the last part of Matthew or Luke 24, what are the verses? 47, 49 through 51, somewhere in there. The last couple of verses of and then the last couple of Luke, and then we have Acts 1, 9 through 11. Jesus said that he will return because the two men that met them, and they said, "Why are you still looking up? The same Jesus who you saw go up will return in like manner." And how did he go up? And how did he Jesus went up and only believers saw him go up. None of the other people of the world did. Only believers saw Jesus go up. Only we are going to see each other's go up. Check it out. Verse 7. Now I, Daniel, alone in the vision, while the men who were with me did not see the vision. The other people around Daniel did not see what is happening. The people around us are not going to see us go up in the harpazo. Nevertheless, a great dread fell on them, and they ran away to hide themselves. What's going to happen at the rapture? So many people are going to run and hide because they're going to be so afraid. Wow. Is there a connection? I think so. There could be. There very well. Yeah, I think so. Wow, that's crazy, crazy, crazy. Seriously, guys, 21 days. The 21 days is the first. It's the first feast of. It's the barley harvest, and it's the first fruits. It's the first fruits. It's the first fruits, guys. It's the first fruits. And the 24th day of the first month. Huh. We got 24 elders. Huh. Huh. Good to see you all on here. We're translating sound else, but
I'm just trying. I'll be right there, Bob. I'm just
yeah.
my dog. I'm behind the curtain. I'm still here.
I know, Ernest Harris. Great to see you. Yeah. This Saturday. Oh, okay. So they're saying They're saying this Saturday. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. They're 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's do the math. 17, 21, 22, 23, 20. Yeah, it's 24. What the freak? Wow. It's cool. That's exciting. Either way, we go home soon. Yeah, he stayed up all night, straight up troubled about it. Oh, Haggai, he came on a 24th day. Yeah, exactly. Jesus is the first fruits. You're good, Corley. What we got here? Where were we? Oh, Daniel 10. It's really cool. Verses 4 through 7. I see some major prophetic idioms of the harpazo right there. That is really cool.
So all that's coming before June, right? Before the Psalm 83 war.
I think. Let's see here. Oh man, I can't even think anymore. I can't even think now.
Come on, Baba. Remember we went over that.
Okay, what now? Keep going, keep going. What now? What now? What now?
No, I'm just saying that all comes. What you're talking about all comes before June, right?
I believe. Yeah, I believe so.
Because today
and check this out, because if we then depart really soon, oh snap, that'd be too cool. I'm good. I'm so good with that. I'm so good with that. Oh wow, dude, that would be nuts. That means we could literally be departing what, in a week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we just had pass. So then Wednesday. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Because my dream, I had a rapture dream. Wow. Wow. How crazy and cool would that be if we depart 24 days? April 12th. 4/12. How cool would that be? Wait a minute. Hold on. No, you're doing your math wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Keep going. Keep going.
Wake up, Bubba. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nope. That's that. Yep, it's the 12th. Wow. Wow. My dream was that we depart on a Sunday night into a Monday. And it happens at the beginning of a work week, so it shuts down the entire world. That'd be so cool. How crazy would that be if the Harpazo is on 4/12? Because it's literally leaving a message to the entire world. 4/12, because you have Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Wow, how wild would that be? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Now, here's a wild conjecture, too, because what if, from our departure date, what if the 150 days forward or 153 days forward or something is the tribulation? I mean, there's something coming. That's what I'm saying. None of us have figured it out yet. You know what I mean? And I don't think any of us might not, but I mean, I don't even know if we'll. Yeah. But my point is, I don't know. It's just exciting times to be alive.
I know.
We're getting so close. We're getting so close. Every single day we're getting so close. It's so exciting, Artist Wendy. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. So exciting. I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like God leaving a message behind. 4/12. Right. People are going to be like, I know 420. What's 4/12? Watch them go Google. What's the Bible verse in the Bible that's 4/12? Pops up Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in nothing else, for there is no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. That'd be too cool. Yep. Oh yeah, they're gonna prophesy all right for 1260. You betcha they are. Oh man. I know, Kitty McG. Hope I said that right. I know it is 1 a.m. I still need to eat my dinners. Man, I tell you what. What's Steven thinking? His mind stopped.
No, it hasn't, man. I mean, I'm just sitting there. I mean, it's like this ping pong ball in my head, because I'm thinking about the two witnesses.
Well, that's the thing, because people have more questions. What's the
do they walk up? Do they show up, or do they come down?
Who?
The two witnesses. Do they walk up? Do they?
You know what? I have a feeling that they're raised. They're raised from the dead. I have a feeling because I have a feeling they're the only two Old Testament saints that are raised from the dead at that time. And they come up and they're like, oh man, we still got work to do. Because there's two in the Old Testament that have unfinished business. They have unfinished ministries. Elijah and Moses. They have unfulfilled ministries. And they will be fulfilled. That's why it says in Revelation 11 verse, what is it? When their ministry has been fulfilled. Seriously, it does, dude. It's like Revelation 12. Let's see here. Yeah, when their ministry is complete. Yes. Let's go to Revelation 12, verse 8. No. Revelation 11. Excuse me. I knew better than 7 or 8 or 9. Yeah, there it is.
Well, it ain't 12:8, that's for sure.
There it is, verse 7. When they have finished their testimony, when they have finished their witness, when they have finished their evidence, when they have finished their ministry, the beast that comes up out of the abyss will make war with them, those two, and overcome them and kill them. When they have finished their testimony, their ministry, their mission, their
What chapter and verse are you reading that from?
Revelation 11, verse 7.
11.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Thank you very much.
7-11 backwards, if you have Tourette's.
And when they have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit,
he makes war with them.
Okay, so where are you getting it from that Moses has not finished his ministry? Right here?
Well, no, that's just a study, too, that Chuck Missler pointed out. He pointed out in the Old Testament that there are two people that have unfinished ministries yet. They have unfulfilled missions for the Lord, and they're going to come back and fulfill them. And, it's just another, it's just another, conjecture. In my mind. Well, yeah, no, it's another thing in my mind of the solidification of the two witnesses, because we see the two plagues or miracles that one does in verse 5 are of Moses, and then we see the other in verse 6. Two things were done by Elijah, or vice versa. Let me see here. Yeah. The second one's Moses. The first one there in verse 6. Hold on. These have the powers to shut up the sky so that no rain will fall during the days of their prophesying. That's Elijah. And they have the power over the waters to turn them into blood and to strike the earth with every plague as often as they desire. That's Moses. When they have finished their testimony, their witness, their mission for the Lord. And I love it because we see the harpazo wording. Or no, we see the not the harpazo. Well, we do see the harpazo wording, but we see it again from Revelation 4:1, where Jesus says to his bride, "Come up here," and he says to these two witnesses, "Come up here." But check it out. They're still waiting. They're still waiting for their glorified body. They can't wait. Because they're literally going to come back. It says like they're, I can't even imagine what these guys are going to look like.
I imagine they're going to look like old Bible times. How jacked up would that be? You know what? Seriously, because there's no wonder why the world's going to be so happy. Finally, these two idiots that look like they've been in the desert since the 640 BCs or something. They've come to life. They stink. They're weird. They do these weird miracles, like something like I mean. I can see it. I can see it.
I know. I mean, it's just I mean,
84 inch.
it's just
yeah, they'll be in sackcloth. That's what I'm saying, man.
They live,
sackcloth.
A couple thousand, 2,500 years ago or whatever, and then all of a sudden they pop up in these modern times, and there's cars and stuff.
Yeah. And you know what? And that's the other thing, is we've seen the two witnesses before because they've been there with Jesus. That's how all the disciples are like, hey, do you want us to make a place for Moses and Elijah? They don't have Facebook. They don't have Polaroid pictures of Grandpa. They don't know what
You're taking the words out of my mouth right there. I mean, how did they know?
And they knew exactly who
sleeping.
They were.
They were asleep. They're half asleep, and they're going.
They woke up and they knew exactly. They're like, "Hey, these are cool guys. We've heard stories. You want us to go make them something to eat? Come on." Yeah. That's why I'm excited. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
And they'll literally be dead for as long as Jesus was in the tomb. But they'll be laying on the ground. He was in the tomb. Notice how it says 3.5 days, because Jesus was in the tomb 3.5 nights. It's so cool.
3 3 3s. Oh my gosh.
Haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, they send each other presents. Yeah, they're like, finally, those two idiots are gone, man. I'm sending you Amazon Prime chocolates tomorrow.
By drone.
Yeah. Them two witnesses is done. Finally, those fools are shut up. But the entire world is watching them. And could you imagine the entire world just watching these guys just slowly going up and they're coming to life and standing on their feet, and they're going,
What?
But check it out, right afterwards in the next couple chapters in 13, that's when you start seeing all the signs and wonders. So it's almost like the first half, you've got the two witnesses that are doing the signs and wonders. And in the last half, you've got the the two main leaders, the you know what I mean, the two main humans versus God's two witnesses, because you got the Antichrist and you've got the false prophet, and the AC is taken up by the Lucifer, so you've got the unholy trinity. Unbelievable.
Oh, when you say the AC is, I thought you was fixing to say who it is.
I still think it's Waldo. Everybody asks, I'm like, man, I still, because nobody can find him. Nobody can find the AC. That's why I think it's Waldo.
Oh my.
Oh gosh. I know, that's right, Wendy. I know. Jesus is so waiting to come get us. Oh my gosh. He's so excited.
Okay, here we go. All right, so
Waldo in the pit.
Now we're moving right into right here on verse 18. And here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and its number is 666. So his number is 18.
That's right. And let him who has understanding.
As a child.
That's right. And if you ask a child to count 600, yeah, 6 score and 6. If you ask them to count out 6, 6, 6, they're going to add 6 plus 6 plus 6. And that equals 1 plus 8. That equals 18. You have the 1 plus 8, you have 9. You now have the trinity that's cubed. 3 cubed. 3. But the 18 is the big important one, because the Jews are going to accept someone who comes in the name of 666, because they're going to take somebody who comes in the name of 18, because 18 is the total that the Jews, it's a special thing to them, because the number 18, as Stephen knows, brings to the Jews, that number means it brings life, and the Antichrist is going to bring life, but from the wrong source, from Lucifer himself. Am I right? No.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt in my mind about that one. Wow.
Waldo's is 18 years old. Oh no. Oh no. So he comes in as life. Oh no, this is like a bad idiocracy movie. Hey man, who's your Antichrist? I heard he was coming. Man, you ain't gonna believe this. This guy wears white and red stripes. Waldo.
Oh my
yeah, Father,
goodness.
Son, Holy Spirit. Yep. I know the number stuff. I know. Because I almost wonder if the 666 is because everyone's going to have a digital identification number. They're going to have a universal identification number, a UIN. And I believe somehow of that UIN number, you're going to be marked and known that you're part of him by 666 in somewhere in that number. Almost like this is now your new area code. This is now how you are known to be part of me, because I've attached these 3 numbers. You're now part of my system. That's how I see it.
Yeah. And it can't be
something like that. Something like that, at least.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
It can't be taken back either.
Yeah.
No returns.
Yeah. And like Bob was saying earlier, I never knew that about the frequency stuff.
Oh,
and
if
your body can't handle it, it almost makes sense why you would want some kind of a marking thing, that's some kind of electronic thing. And what they'll say is that this will allow your body to successfully be connected to the internet of everything.
And they will seek death and will not find
That's
it.
what I mean. Something's coming. Yes. And that thing is going to change you. That's why that's why it says once you've taken it, you can't untake it, because you've been DNA changed. And it almost sounds like this is why only Noah, his wife, and his 3 sons were, you know what I mean, genetically pure. They have not been tampered with. Same thing, I believe. The reason you can't, once you take this tampering of your DNA that is God created, you then cannot undo that. Yeah, that's right. That's crazy town. Yeah. Yeah, the UPC, Antichrist. Yeah, did you see what Brett said? The Antichrist modem, 6G. It's true.
That's awesome.
Where is it? Let's go over here. 18 to the G's.
Crunchy 8.
I know.
18 means sadness, revolt.
Hey, you can play what's his nuts video again. Yeah, the 18 Jewish number meaning corresponds to the Hebrew word chai, which means life. It's very significant in Jewish culture. This connection leads to the tradition of giving gifts and donations.
Yes.
In multiples of 18. No wonder they're going to be giving gifts after these two witnesses are dead and lying in the streets. And they give gifts and donations in multiples of 18, which symbolizes the gift of life that is being given to the person who's receiving the 18. So when someone comes in their own name and presents them that they're giving life, because what does Jesus say? I have come so that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Mm-hmm. What is this Antichrist going to present? I am bringing you life. 18. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man.
But he that comes in his own name, he you will accept.
Yes. Yes. Wow. This is crazy. Wow. And it's the chai symbol. Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't this chai symbol...
they wear it around their necks, the whole 9 yards, man.
We need to find out what this chai symbol, and this is backwards, of course, but how this relate, and it almost reminds me of two prongs going into your body. Of like a marking system.
Oh.
Look at that. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's a huge thing. Giving life. Yeah, they suggest, even mailings from Jewish charities usually suggest that the amounts that you give to the charity is then in multiples of chai. 18, 36, 54, 72, 90, etc. Instead of multiples like 10 or 25. Yeah, count the number. Count it. Oh, wow. You have that?
Yeah,
what is that?
The Hebrew root meaning more than just life.
Oh, wow. Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
At the surface, Chet equals 8, Yud equals 10, total 18, Chi life. But each letter carries meaning, often associated with a boundary or enclosure. It's going to enclose people. Can symbolize life within a protected space like a house or covenant community. The smallest letter represents the divine spark, the hand of God, or point of creation. Put together, Chi can be seen as the divine spark dwelling within a protected vessel. Checked.
Because the wording too that they use, and what is that symbol? It's chai. What did the Jews say? They say, I'm Israel chai. I'm Israel high. You know what I mean? They say it because it's that chai word. I'm Israel chai. Israel will live. They say it right here.
Yeah, look at this right here in Luke 13, 11 through 16.
Jesus heals a... Oh, no. 18 years. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Choose life. Wow. That's cool.
18.
DJ, I know, right? I know. Look at all this. This is so cool. Oh, wow. Archangel Michael. Oh, wow.
I guess
the blood on the doorpost. That's a good one. Yeah, bring me some money, please.
Here's the gifts after the two
moral theology in action. Wow.
That's what you were reading there. The tzedakah, the charity, is not.
Oh. It becomes a kind of numerical shorthand for blessing. Yeah. Oh my word! So and if he's going to bring 18 life blessing, oh my word.
Yeah, that Proverbs 19:17, giving to the poor is lending to the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Identity marker, life as central to Jewish faith.
And this is why the number is so big, why it's even mentioned as 666. I mean, because it's something big. It's something with these numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, and look at that in the Kabbalah. Life is seen as
Ugh.
something that flows from God into creation. 18
Well,
becomes
and this is also that whole thing of the chakra thing, which he's going to bring in, because it's all part of this Kabbalah tree, which is all part of the 13 things or something. It's
yeah.
dark. It's so dark. It's also dark. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've taken everything for good and they've turned it for darkness. I mean, this is why God is judging Israel. This is why there is even a 7-year tribulation, because God is going to spank his people back into submission. You stubborn people. Yeah, this is what, life is sacred. Look, God is the source of life. If this guy comes in the name of 18, he is now bringing life. This is that
Yeah.
there's something evil. Yeah. Wow. This is crazy. Wow. Wow.
See.
Wow.
The number 7, directly biblical, completion, perfection. 12, government, tribes, apostles. 40, directly biblical, testing, trial. 18, cultural, linguistic, life, kind, blessing, vitality. That's like fleshly.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that. The little video I have of Kushner. His generation will be either the last to die or the first to live forever. So we need to keep ourselves in pretty good shape. You've seen that one before, right? I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they want to live forever in their sin.
Yeah. And that's
that's what,
exactly what the original lie was in the Garden of Eden.
yeah.
You too can become a god and live forever. What's the Antichrist going to present to them? You can become a god and live forever. And also, I believe that part of the Antichrist mark of the beast system is he's going to tell them, if you accept this mark, I will help protect you against Almighty God.
Oh.
And the
That's
people are
good.
going to be like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
This is why no one's going to be tricked into this thing coming down the road. This is why people die for not taking it, because they believe in Jesus. They're like, no, I know this is coming, and no, I won't have any part of it. You're going to die. That's fine. I've read the good book, or I've heard this from others, or I know this now to be true, because a lot of people are going to come to Jesus. This is why the greatest history in the world is still coming. In history is still coming. This is what we were doing down at the prophecy thing when we were having these talks. Always
I
like,
know.
wow.
This is
Because somebody will bring up something, you'll bring up something, Scott will bring up something, Nathan will come up with something.
I
I'm
know.
like, oh, geez. Coastal, Angie, I'm like,
I know. That's what was so cool about that, just sitting around in those chairs, just around. And they were like, man, we need to just like set my phone up and just go live right here,
Yeah.
We were just sitting around there because I'm like, this is where it's at, wow. Big picture. The number 18 ultimately represents life given by God.
Life given by God.
Life sustained through righteousness. That tells me right there. That's kind of like that. That's the whole people want to be sustained by keeping the Mosaic law, not in their own strength, in their own ability. Life chosen over death. Life shared with others through generosity. It's simple on the surface, but underneath is tied to God, creation, God's breath, covenant, a protected life, ethics, hope. live here. No, ours is Titus 2:13. That's our hope.
It still blows my mind that the Antichrist is the one who does these signs and wonders too. Oh,
yeah. Well, I'm not going to mention.
Hold on. Remember earlier when we were talking about how Jerusalem's going to captivity and they're going to be taken hostage? And this is why Revelation 13:10. If anyone is destined for captivity, to captivity he goes. If anyone is killed with the sword he must be killed. But here's the perseverance of the saints, the faith of the saints, the confidence of the saints, the trust, their belief. Yeah.
Will be kept from the hour of trial.
Yeah. And I love how the Holy Spirit directs John to put in, 7 times, if any, in the 7 churches in Revelation 2 and 3, if anyone has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches, because it's for all of us. Whereas we get to Revelation 13:9 at the midpoint, when the Antichrist and the beast is talking about the false prophet, it now says, if anyone has an ear, let him hear. Amen, Mindy. Amen. There's no churches. Mentioned. Now it's just, if anyone has an ear to listen, let him hear. Because, guys, yeah.
Wow. My goodness.
I know.
That was so like the upper room, wasn't it, Bubba? All of us,
I know.
Man, I was like the Blessed Hope Conference 2.0, man. When I came out of there, I felt like, out of that Passover, I felt like I'd just been to like the biggest concert venue. I mean, it was that was something else, man. And I love the way, man, that we of course went, well, whew, yeah, we went and ate that Chinese food, man. And I'll tell you what, I hadn't eaten that much, and usually I'm just around here eating like a cold hot dog or something. Yeah. And then to go, and it was so good. I had 2 platefuls, and man, and I thought, after I had to just go lay down for a couple of hours.
I know.
I
know.
Oh man, I wonder if I can get this uploaded real quick before we.
Oh, sure you can,
man. Let me see. Hold on. Keep going. Let's just.
You're good.
Talk about number 18. There's none good, Bubba. Just one.
Oh, dude, I've realized every single food item you buy from Aldi says bioengineered.
Really?
Every single one contains bioengineered food products. Every single thing. The only thing I can think of that they don't is their fruits and vegetables, but they're crossbred, so they're not. I mean, they're GMO. Bottom line. Oh, gross, Jobo. Cold hot dog.
Do what? What'd you say?
Jobo said something about a cold hot dog.
Oh, cold hot dog. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just, with me, I'm a simpleton, because eating is just something I have to do to sustain me, I mean, because I'm like not this food guy, and people say, oh, that is so good, and I recognize when food's like really good and everything, but I mean, me, oh, my lovely bride, she'll just make like a smorgasbord of stuff, and then and I'm like, hon, you don't have to do all of that. Can I even get this uploaded? Yeah, there it goes. All right.
We got our zebra fudge cookie.
Do you? Oh my goodness. Zebra fudge cookies.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, we had these at the dinner.
But man, but yes, I do like, a lot of sweets when I go to bed, man. It's like, ooh, I don't know. Well, there we go.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play catch up tomorrow. Start putting up news again. So people gonna be like, wee.
But there's nothing happening in the world, Bubba.
No.
Nothing at all, man. Everything's just fine. I mean, I could walk outside. Remember, we were at the Rock and Refuge, man.
That's right.
I mean, it was just so peaceful.
First up close look at the moon in 50 years from spacecraft. So apparently they have gone around the moon. This new Artemis thing.
They have not gone around them.
No, I know, right? Check it out. They got the pretty video. And of course now it's
hold on. Let me
now it's all in 4K.
See, remember that. Oh wow. Okay, where's the moon buggy and the flag?
That's by the Whataburger. Historic first. Artemis 2 crew has just passed by the far side of the moon. We are earthbound and ready to bring you home. Yeah, I guess something happened to it in the communication. Well, of course, communication went out when it went on the other side of the moon.
I wonder if they used the same two cans with a string that they used back in, when we went to the moon the first time, right?
We are earthbound.
And your flight director have flipped their Artemis 2 patches around. We are earthbound and ready to bring you home.
Yeah.
They're ready to step out of that skiff and go home, right? You know what I'm saying? Because whenever they're
call me an Uber.
Oh, but like that. Remember when they they were like before Congress, and it was on the record that yes, I've seen or we have non-human biologics, and then it goes nowhere. Wow. And it's like, and then it's like, okay, then okay, where is this? Show it to us. It's like they're just got this string along thing because they don't know when the rapture is either.
Yeah. Wow. So this is saying that a report in the British Times says that Mojtaba Khomeini is hospitalized in Cuba in the city of Qom. And you know how they're doing this peace thing. So some U.S. officials say that there's too large a gap to narrow between the U.S. and Iranian positions before Trump's 8 p.m. Eastern deadline tomorrow. Trump has privately been less hopeful that Iran will make a deal. The Wall Street Journal says he is expected to issue final orders for the strikes Tuesday evening. And this next one says a plan for a massive U.S.-Israeli bombing campaign against Iran's nuclear facilities is ready. Energy facilities is ready to go if Trump gives the order. Up until 8 p.m. tomorrow. And 8 p.m. tomorrow Eastern is 3:30 a.m. in Bahrain. Goodness.
So what time does that make it here?
So if it's 8 p.m. Eastern, that means it's 3 a.m. in Israel, and it's either 3:30 or 4:30 in Tehran because they're always like an extra half hour in addition to being at least half hour or an hour and a half ahead of Israel, I believe. So yeah, that'll be 7 p.m. your time tomorrow that Trump's deadline ends. Let's see here. What are they gonna? What's this video? Looks pretty beefy.
Wow, I wonder, but this thing I wonder if this thing will let me pull it. Because, see, you remember that tank I bought, Bubba? Oh, I already sent you this stuff, man. I'm going to play this.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool.
Let's see which one. Let's see. This is, was this I don't know if this thing will bring up. Look at this. Well, look at that. Training.
Yeah.
Remove that. Let's see. Let me bring up the other one. And video file, and then it will be the 6181. This is the first time I've done this. Now, when I'm bringing that up, are y'all listening? Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I hate that, man, because I can't hear it on this side.
Oh, I hate that when you do that.
So anyway, here's the story on this. You know, actually, I used to. Wow, should I say this? But well, it goes back to when I was 18 or 19. I used to procure gasoline that I did not pay for and carry it around in a 55-gallon drum in the back of my truck. And anyway, that was somewhat, what would that be? 38, 39 years ago. So I had training to do this. I had training to do this. So anyway, I went to TSC and here's my little and it's much easier.
Wow.
When I was 18 or 19, but man, it's much easier now. I just get this little pump. There I bought at TSC. Got that in there and just got it going through a plastic bag, and I needed a wire, so I just tied the deal here with my cord from my mouse. So you know, this is where'd you go? Oh, well, I don't know, it's somewhere. See, there's the mouse down in there, and somehow it's connected. There it is. But anyway, and there you go. And I can feel it, and it's nice and cold. All I do is pump it a little bit, so now my mouth's not full of gasoline. And so I fixed it back on the road. And yeah, I think I've sent all y'all my my deals, so this will be interesting to watch my gas gauge go to full as I'm driving. God bless.
That's wild.
First time I've done this in about 38, 39 years, driving down the road with my gas gauge going to full. So when I started back there, you know, I had 74 miles to empty. And so, and I had it was 180 miles. No, 0. It was 80. So I've gone 22 miles and I'm almost half full. So I'll have to, so if that's half full in 20 miles, so yeah, I'll have to pull over again here in about 20 miles and we'll be filled up as we're driving down the road. Boom, bada bing. See, got our little hose in the tank running back there. Everything running smooth. God bless you guys.
Wow.
Anyway, that was
awesome.
just ingenuity.
That's wild.
Anyway, I know I'm boring everybody with my little video.
No, you're good.
Wow. Oh, man. So we're yeah, let's kick that right out of there, man. There we go. But yeah, that worked quite well. But it's and the whole reason I had that was just in case, because everything was going like wonky, and I just wanted to make sure I had enough fuel to get home.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't need it, and but I had to just. I wanted to just do it anyway, man. I'm always
exactly
what I want to do. Just so anyway, anything else, Bubba? Number 18.
No, man.
We done
go
covered
eat dinner. I think.
Zechariah. Yeah. Yeah, we're going on 2.5 hours, man. So so anything new happening like real quick here in the Middle East? I mean, what are you seeing real quick? You got any quick news stories or anything you want to share? Or does everybody need to go to your Telegram and pay the toll?
The IDF just advised people across Iran to avoid using trains or being near railway lines until late tomorrow night and until late Tuesday night, stating that that doing so could put their lives at risk. I've never seen Israel declare a thing on their train lines. So now we're talking Ukraine style destruction, or Russia hitting and taking out Ukraine's trains and stuff. So now we're literally going for the jugulars. If we're going to shut off their oil, we're going to shut down their way to get oil from place to place to place, which is usually by rail. It's the cheapest versus train. Or yeah, but by rail, yeah. It's cheaper than
Okay, well, so we're back up here. So what rails are being shut off from where to where?
Well, let me see what this is in Farsi, so I'm going to translate it.
Oh, so they're shutting off. They're cutting off Iran. That's what they're doing. It's in Farsi, right?
Yeah, this is what Israel put out to Iran. Yeah, they were warning them to stay back. Hi, baby puppy doggy. Yes. Well, go outside.
Okay. So here's the thing, Bubba. So if like even during this whole war right now, they still had supplies going from Israel to Iran, right? Like kind of like they're feeding their enemy.
Israel, no. Israel sending Iran food, no.
Okay, well, I mean, okay, well then, where did the rails that they're going to cut off? Where were
no. This is just a report that they're warning people to stay away from those because Israel's going to start bombing them.
Okay. I guess I'm just getting tired and punchy. And
urgent warnings to train users and passengers in Iran. Dear citizens, for your safety, we kindly ask you to refrain from using and traveling all trains in Iran now until at least 9 p.m. tonight.
Until 9 p.m. tonight.
Your presence on trains and railway lines puts your life at risk. This is the IDF warning Iranians not to use the trains.
Wow. Oh, they're talking about passenger trains.
Yeah.
Let's see what. Today's the 7th. Now we're just looking at the latest post. Do you follow on Telegram? Do you follow Dmitry Medvedev?
No, but I like him, the Russian dude.
It's back on the 3rd. He says, no, Trump isn't leaving NATO, and neither is America. Obviously, there's no real reasoning, and Congress won't allow it anyway. Trump's rhetoric is nothing but posturing. Sure, some symbolic gestures are possible, trimming the size of the American contingent, withholding certain deliveries, but that's not the interesting part. What's obvious is that serious fault lines exist within the alliance fault lines. The Iran campaign, this kind of goes back to what you were talking about NATO splitting up, has only deepened in Europe's political freaks, especially the Brussels crowd, have started genuinely mulling the creation of a fully fledged military component inside the EU. That is what reshapes the picture. Until now, our position on EU membership for neighbors has been measured and calm, even regarding Banderite Ukraine. Want to join? Go ahead. But that has to change. The EU is no longer just an economic union. It can transform and rather quickly into a full-blown military alliance. The overtly hostile I mean, one, overtly hostile to Russia, and in some ways worse than NATO. It would be a revolting rabble of unhinged European parasites whose entire purpose will be to harvest political capital and, of course, cash from the stoking Russophobic hysteria. So where am I going with all this? Simple. It's time to drop the tolerant attitude toward our neighbors, joining what is now a military economic European Union that includes country 404. Our president recently signaled exactly this in politely coded terms, hinting to a certain comrade Pashinyan that membership in the EAEU and the European Union are simply incompatible. What is country 404? Bubba?
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Let me look that up. Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Good girl. You could potty. Yes. Hold on.
Oh, dude, you're going to have to see this, Bubba. Hold on just a second. I'll pull it up in a minute. What was I looking for? I was looking for country 404.
404.
Right?
Yeah. Squirrel. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Country 404.
Okay, country 404. It is a derogatory political meme and slang term used primarily by Russian nationalists and pro-war commentators to refer to Ukraine.
Ukraine, yeah. It plays on the concept of the 404 error that we see on web pages.
Wow. Okay.
Suggesting that Ukraine does not exist as a sovereign nation.
Yeah, just like the term is a reference to the internet standard 404 page not found.
Sorry, Ukraine.
Oh man. That's crazy. Hold on, I've not watched this yet, man. And I wonder. Let's see. How do I do that? Oh, I know how to do that. I just do bop. Let me go to that one. Yeah. We're going to share that. There we go. And then we're going to pop this up.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. All right, right here. Look at this. This was posted. Hold on. This was posted whenever it was. I mean, it wasn't too long ago.
There's what's this goo, yeah.
защитить для своих, исчезающее государство готово. Да куда следующего лишь? Ближе всего интересному персонажу тихоанский картель, ну или картель Синалова. Он же потребитель этой продукции. Он же довольно нужен для перевозки спецгрузов и для борьбы с конкурентами.
Okay, did you understand that, Bubba?
Hold on a second to get the dog leash off.
Do what?
Had to get the dog leash off.
I don't know if I can slow this thing down, man. I can't. Hold on. Oh, this is better. Now I can get to, because before I couldn't. There's that. All right, I'm gonna have to pause it, Bubba. I'm gonna have to pause it. Here we go.
Okay.
Lord of War. It's almost comical watching the little green bug hop around the Gulf states, pitching his drone's defense services around the Gulf states. Okay, the whole thing is absurd. Who's he talking about? The little green bug?
I don't know. This video even looks like AI. That's why I'm like, I don't know. The little bug.
The U.S. couldn't protect its own allies' bases, and now this excuse for a country claims that it can. Oh, he's just. Oh. Oh, he's talking about the T-Man, judging from the guy's interest that would be in the Tijuana cartel.
Oh.
Or maybe it's the Sinaloa. After all, he's their loyal customer.
Oh, no.
And hey, cartels need drones too. Perfect for moving.
That's right.
And their special cargo and taking out the competition.
Cartels need drugs too.
Oh my goodness, man. That's nuts, Bubba. Wow. Are we still live? Oh, we're not. We're still live. We're not backstage. Okay.
Tell anybody.
I know.
Puppy.
All right. Oh, I'm just looking
I
around.
know. I need to get caught up on the news. Get it out there.
When's the last time you made a post?
You know, I didn't even put one up. I don't think at all on Tuesday or Monday. I didn't even start off with my devotion verse. Maybe I did. I can't remember.
You posted something. I disappeared for 4 days. Here's.
Oh yeah, that little short video I did. I talked about all you guys.
Aw, I haven't watched it yet, man.
I figured I'd do a different kind of clip and do it in an up and down version. Hey guys, it's Bubba. Hey guys, it's Bubba. This is Bubbalicious.
Oh, this is the one you were telling me about, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know, teacher.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, no one can hear the audio.
Uh-oh. Nobody can hear the audio. Oh, it's because I don't. Sorry. Oops.
I did it again.
No, yeah, no. That's the problem. Okay. I'll finish that because see, if I share the audio on the when I share like the whole screen on Telegram, if I play anything, it comes through double feed. And so I have to kind of I have to watch that, or else it'll totally come through, double feed. Yeah. So I'll have to switch that around or something. But it's
Bubba. Yeah, if you just start it, I'll hit the play button so people can hear it. If you start at the beginning, I'll just hit play right when you start it.
Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. You got it? All right, Here we go.
Bubba, how are you guys doing? I know some of you are wondering, where did Bubba go? And why did his Telegram go silent with all the news that's going on right now? Well, actually, I went to, as a lot of you know, the Uptime community
they had a prophecy conference back in October, and I was unable to attend. But Bible study with Derek, he had a smaller version down at the same area, just for Passover through this morning today, Easter. So there were 7 YouTubers of us that showed up and their families, and we were just bouncing off ideas and stuff. And the Lord is just showing each one of us different nuggets. And people were asking questions, and just the fellowship and the laughter. And just to realize, like, all of these people that were there and whatnot, these are all people that we're going to spend eternity with. And it's just so exciting. Thank you so much. Bible study with Derek. Mission for Christ. Michael Pels, Centurion. There, we got Minister Scott there, 777. Oh goodness, Nathan McMahon, a bunch of so many cool people were down there. I mean, it was just outstanding, and we, oh man, guys, the Holy Spirit was totally moving in there. It was so cool. And I know I'm going to be doing probably a live, or maybe not a live. We'll figure it out. But between Stephen there, Mission for Christ, and I, and we're going to go in deeper, because I started showing him some things, how the Lord's starting to like put these pieces together in my mind, if that makes sense. And I'd like to share with you guys at least what I'm seeing. And you guys be the judge. You know, who am I? You know what I mean? But what I see is coming, because the multi-front war it's literally at Israel's doorstep. And don't be surprised to see a radiation disaster coming up on the western coast of Iran very, very soon. That's how close we are. And we're talking a couple days, I believe, maybe a couple weeks max. That's even pushing it too far, because some big things are coming, guys. And I don't think none of us really grasp how deep this is getting ready to go. But yeah, we've got to do this major update coming up soon, and I'm going to start throwing out the news tonight. But I wanted to throw this up to you guys, because I know a lot of people have been not bugging me, but no, people have been texting me, calling me and stuff. It's like they just want to make sure I'm okay, and I love that. So I ask for your prayers, I ask for your guidance with finances and whatnot. And thank you so much for being there. And because if you're born again as I am, we're all family, and soon we'll be together. And what a wonderful day that will be. And I'm going to close it out right now with this Easter Sunday, and just say, Maranatha, Jesus Christ is coming so very, very soon.
Wow. Wow. Yes, I feel the same way, Jenny Joe. I'm sick of fighting. I just want to go home. That's exactly the way I feel. That's why I just like, man, I don't want to argue with nobody, nothing. See, well, because it's just just the enemy trying to divide and conquer. Yes. Y'all.
Hey, Bubba, get off of the TV.
Bubba.
It sounds like Angie's in here.
Oh man,
it was awesome when I showed up. People are like, I hear Bubba, but I hear his voice and I hear his laughter.
I know. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Puppy dog, what are you doing? What mess are you making in here? Of course.
Right. Oh yeah. That's yeah. Cool. So yeah, I disappeared for 4. So you said you disappeared. So you telling me that you didn't make any posts while you were in?
I did a couple, but my point is, like, me doing like 20 or 30, or you know what I mean. It just felt like,
oh, okay.
Compared, if people are like, dude, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm fine. It's a nice break from giving my mind a break from, because I mean, watching this stuff all the time, you can get a form of PTSD. Seriously.
Yeah. I know, man. Yeah, and then you couple PTSD,
and your mind will just keep going, and it's hard to turn it off. Your mind and relax and unwind, and
oh my god, PTSD
yes,
slash ADHD.
Yeah.
You put those two together, dude.
Yes.
That's like a whole new category, man. Oh my goodness,
it's so true. Did you guys already eat?
All right, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
It was that. Let's see. I just don't know how y'all do it. Like, the watchwoman Lisa and Natalie and Marty's 2-minute warning. And I mean, wow. Iran urges young people to shield power plants with human chains. As
Yeah, right. Like some of these headlines that we read, you're like, what? What are you talking about? Come on.
Well, no, remember that? Remember the story that broke or whatever? I think when we were there, that and everybody ran with it, saying that the pilots were captured or something, and it was footage from what was it, the Iraq War or something like that?
Yeah, that colonel dude that they had up, like they've captured one guy. So before that story even came out, I Googled it. They're like, this is from Operation Iraqi Freedom in 1991. Yeah, you don't want to share this as today's news. I'm like, right. But people, that's what I'm saying. People are sharing videos. And the other night, somebody put out or just today, someone shared a video. Mario Nawfal, Nawfal, and he puts out a lot of good stuff. But I'm like, dude, why are you putting this out today and saying it's certain location when that video came out last night and I know exactly where that location is? So why are you people lying to get more clicks? That's a big one right now. Because
Yeah.
there's so much false news going out. Oh man, I know you guys in viewing land. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Deception's everywhere.
I know. So let me ask you a question, Bubba. So we're the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
What the oil that comes out of there. So where does that oil come from? Does that come from Iran or the other Arab states?
Yeah, Iran. Iran's got a healthy. Hold on, my dog's down here. Come on.
Because what I'm looking at, because right here it just says that IDF strikes Iran's largest petrochemical facility in Aswala, disabling.
That was a big one today, and they also hit the Parchin oil fields once again today. Yeah.
But my point being is, so what if the Hormuz is open or not? If there's no oil to go up it, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, because 20% of the 20 up to 23% of the global oil supply flows through the Strait of Hormuz, and that includes like the full-on United Arab Emirates and those guys, putting out the oil. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, all of them.
Oh, okay.
So when the Strait of Hormuz is shut down, all of their pocketbooks are feeling it.
Right. So
And
it doesn't matter that Iran's that doesn't got blowed up or whatever.
yeah. Trying to find what's the latest on the news end here. What you got? Did you get a tennis ball? Well, hello. Yes, here's puppy dog for those who need a puppy fix. Hi, babies. Where'd you go? Where's your ball? What you got there? Is that your ball?
Well, it's like silver's going back up a little bit.
What you got there? What you got there? We'll go eat it.
Wow.
Yeah, silver's going back up. That's about time for that goes back up because right now it's all about the oil. Let's see here. Yeah, they're showing more video about the moon, like in high def. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, so is that the latest? So because the distractions were, it was Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
What was it before? I mean, then there was something else, and then of course, before that, like last year, was the big orbs and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and then remember MB333? I think that was last year with the lights flashing all over the world. Trying to think what and the I mean, there's just like, and then the disclosure thing coming up,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know. The big thing coming up. Yeah, you're right.
So this moon thing, like you're saying, like you were just talking about, that is the latest distraction, right?
Yeah, that's what it's showing. What the babies? Huh? Oh, you knocked over Steven. Oopsie, I went sideways.
So what, you don't want to share anything you found? What's Secretary Rubio? If Europe won't allow us to use the bases we man and fund for their defense when we need them, we ought to close them down and remove our troops from Europe. If they get attacked by Russia, we can discuss whether or not we have.
Yeah. Rubio came out yesterday too with the whole thing about the aliens.
Yesterday he did it again. Wasn't he on that movie? Wasn't that him? What was that? The one disclosure. It was it Age of Disclosure? Or what was that documentary they just did? Oh my gosh. There's so much in my head. It's there's something new to go in it. Because I think the one coming out is Age of Disclosure or something, or just Disclosure. Maybe the other one was Age of Disclosure, but Rubio was in it.
Okay.
So what did you say? He just came out again and talked about aliens again, or what?
Yeah, yesterday. Oh, get down. Yeah, yesterday. Okay. Get down, puppy.
Let's see. America's doomsday planes were spotted circling above a key Nebraska airport force base, whatever that means, on Monday, just hours before President Trump's deadline for Iran to accept. Did Trump extend the deadline again?
I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, and I'm looking at all the. Let me look. I'll look at. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, that's right. Trump. We're giving them until tomorrow, 8 Eastern, and after that, they're going to have no bridges, no power plants, Stone Ages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing about Telegram. I can't ever tell what date. I see times. How do you tell when stuff is posted, Bubba?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to work on this. Keep this dog. Alrighty. Come on, go inside.
Okay, when he said it, it looks like it was 2:15 p.m. Eastern. Well, so I mean, we're way past that right now. I mean, that was a few hours ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Tuesday is not a deadline anymore. It is a countdown. There is not going to be any ceasefire. So is Iran ahead of us, or Israel? Are they ahead of us time wise?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Dog's getting
Go
my
ahead,
wife.
man. Go ahead. Take your time.
Oh.
Why all this?
What did she do?
Trump says all of it. Yeah, Trump saying, I've heard that.
Hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead. What about this one? What's the latest over here? Oh. Wow. There's a massive explosion, Bubba, on the near the Bridge of the Americas in Panama City, Panama. Wow. What does this mean? But they had to delete it shortly after the picture was posted because it revealed the truth they've been trying to hide. What does this mean, Bubba? A Achaemenid Empire. Is that like what? Oh, well. I guess Bubba's busy. All right.
I'm not.
No, see that picture? Is that like what Israel is intending right there, or is that what you're saying that Israel?
Well, just say, but they deleted shortly after. There's no West Bank included in that map. It's just Judea. It's just Bible Judea. There's no West Bank. I love it.
So is that like the borders that Israel's going to have when after?
No, they're showing the Ark, whatever that is, Empire, but I'm not sure what the whole post is about. This looks like this was, that whole arcade empire.
This was posted originally by Amir
Here put
Safadi.
this, but if they hadn't taken it, wait a minute, Amir's putting in some weird stuff lately. Oh man, this guy today. All right, so yes, Tehran, the Meridot Airport. Okay.
What is the Achaemenid Empire? I've never
That's
heard
what
of
I'm
that.
looking it up. Ark, hey, get down. I'm gonna put
I
you
am
up.
down.
I'm gonna put this dog up. The dog is in a second mode of waking up now. I need to be going to bed, and this dog's wide awake again. I'm like, oh great.
Yeah, no, I know.
Arch ACH A Eminid. Okay, okay, this is the. Oh, why is he pulling up the Iranian Persian Empire from 550 to 330 BC? So this was an ancient Iranian empire founded by Cyrus the Great in this map in 550 BC. But Cyrus the Great came after they were in when they were taken to exile. Oh wait, hold on. Let's find the map. Okay. Oh no, that is the map. No, you guys have it right there in front of you. Yeah, it's the standard of Cyrus the Great, his empire.
Oh, so was that like during the time of Esther?
I think so. And when you look at, oh, he has a red map up. Okay, I have a yellow map up. Well, they're not going to take up that much.
Well, I mean, but they took the picture down because they've been trying to.
Who is he saying this even came out from?
I don't know. It just you can see it originally was from Safadi.
Yeah,
Who's trying to hide that? That's what I was trying to figure out.
That's what I don't know. That's what I mean. He says these weird things, and I don't know. Let me find.
And he also thinks the Jeremiah 49 war's already happened still,
yeah,
right?
I think so. But my question for him then is, if that's true, then why are we throwing out the rest of the chapter with it that are unfulfilled?
I mean, he believes in the rapture, right?
I think. No, I think so. No, I believe he does. Yeah. Okay, that's the tomb of Cyrus the Great.
Does he believe in the
Oh,
sun?
here's what he put out. Oh, I have the exact same map. What is he doing? IRNA's awkward own goal. This is response. This is Iran's own goal. In response to U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's Back to the Stone Age remark, Iran State Agency IRNA posted a map of the ancient Achaemenid, whatever, I'll have to look it up, empire with the caption, "This is Iran in the Stone Age. Do you really insist on revisiting it?" So Iran is trying to take Pete Hegseth's words by saying, "We will bring Iran to the Stone Age." So Iran says, "This is the size of our empire in the Stone Age, Mr. Pete Hegseth. Do you really want to bring us back to this time of the Stone Age where our empire is this big again?"
Oh,
It's stupid. It's stupid rhetoric. That's all this is. That's all this is.
all
And
right, man.
Amir makes it sound like it's something breaking news. And it was removed right away after it was put up.
China has quietly restricted large sections of airspace off its east coast for about 40 days.
China.
I mean,
Get your ball. Get your
this
ball.
stuff gets posted. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Is that your ball? Oh, shush. Shush. Howdy, Matt B.
Iran is telling people to evacuate entire countries in the Middle East.
Oh, Barbara Claus.
What?
No, I just see that she has this video up too. Okay, puppy, I'm right here, sweetheart. Okay, settle down. Yeah, that's what you got there. Okay.
All right, guys. We're gonna close. It's 3 hours and 12 minutes. So yeah. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
I know. I'm gonna go make me some dinner.
All right. Well, yeah.
Dinner. It's 2:15 Eastern.
All right,
I know.
Stick around for a couple of seconds.
Oh, you know I do. Of course.
All right. Good night, Mindy. Philip,
Mindy, everybody.
Yes.
Who all's in there? Who's all in there?
Akira. Yeah. Oh. Kira says, "I'm guessing it's really late in America."
Yeah.
Wonder what time it is in Thailand. Huh?
It's in the afternoon.
Ah.
Yeah, afternoon there, morning, early morning us.
All right.
No,
Well,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bore everybody. It's like I got all that out. I was like, okay, now I'm tired. I'm telling my own TV. Yeah, see, Artist Wendy's just having her dinner.
wow, my internet just blinked.
He is pre-trip. Okay, good. I know. I could do Callie and Brad. I could do pizza, but we did that last night. My kid had made some.
Well, my computer's been like, even when I was putting up like the Bible deal, it was it's like it wasn't keeping up or something. It was weird. I restarted the machine and it kind of still, it's a little janky. All right, good night, guys. This time, really, good night. 3 hours, 15 minutes, man. Yeah, 2 minutes, 1 minute in the back, Bubba.
Oh, you're fine.
Good night, guys. Love y'all. Really, let me think. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I'm all out of Red Bull.
Oh no.
All right, man. Night, guys. We'll see ya on the next one. God bless.
Hey guys.